this is very exciting, I gotta say. Yesterday, if you haven't heard, the California Supreme Court overturned a ban on gay marriage. So I would like to say right now, for the first time, I am announcing I am getting married. Thank you. I'll tell you who the lucky guy is soon. And I'm so excited. If I'm this emotional now just saying, and I can't imagine how that's going to be, but it's something that of course, we've wanted to do, and we want it to be legal, and we're just very, very excited. So that is my first time. Our first guest is the star of the new ABC show, Better Off Ted. She also happens to be my wife. Please welcome the lovely Portia de Rossi.
Actually kind of hard to do.
All right, yeah, see? Now, the reason I did that is because she makes me look, can you take these off?
You take it off.
All right, take the other one off.
No, really?
All right, then don't. Just stand on that.
Okay.
Every time we go out and get photographed, she looks so much taller than me. I'm taller than her. Let's settle this once and for all. You're always wearing these heels, and I feel so short next to you, so...
Can I have my shoe back now?
Yes,
Okay.
all right. That's mainly why I had you on the show, to settle that, because... Hey, Portia.
Hey, Ellen.
So we've been married. This is our 7-month anniversary today.
Yes,
Isn't
it
that
is.
amazing?
It's great.
And I'm going to treat you like any other guest who just got married. I would say, how's married life for you?
I think it's going pretty good.
Are you enjoying being married to me?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I gotta say that was the happiest day of my life. It really was.
Me too.
It really was.
Me too.
Yeah. No, you know, people always ask me if there's anything that she does that's annoying, like around the house, like if she leaves wet towels on the floor, if she's messy. And I gotta tell you, she is considerate and kind and wonderful and neat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All of those things.
Thanks.
Really. The most amazing. So what would you say about me?
Thanks a lot.
No pressure.
I would say the same thing.
Really?
Not the neat part. I don't think you're neat, but you're kind and considerate and all those things.
I'm not as neat.
No, you're
right.
not as neat. It's just not as
No.
important to you.
No. But the only little thing that I had to adjust to was how unbelievably famous you are and how many people love you. And so that was really the only thing for me, being your wife, or especially when we first got together, a lot of people would like to come and tell her, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you guys. If I saw her, I'd tell her the same thing. But we were in Rome and Piazza Navona, and I'd been before, and I was dying to kind of show her this beautiful piazza. And we're walking around, but we got swamped by paparazzi. And she always feels bad for me, which is really sweet. And so she's getting swamped, and I'm standing there kind of alone and not knowing what to do with myself. And this one Australian woman came over to me, and she was very excited, and she said, "Oh, can I please have a picture with you?" And I thought, oh, that's great, and I'm ashamed to admit that I'm kind of excited that she wants her picture taken with me. And Ellen sees me, and she's kind of giving me a wink or something. And we take the picture, and the woman says afterwards, she says, I don't know who you are, but my friend said you're really famous, so thanks. And yeah, some people kind of want to throw me a bone, and that was also in Italy. There was a whole table full of American tourists who were very, very excited to see you through the whole dinner. And at the very end, the guy says to me, loved LA Law.
We do too. We like it.
And I thought, that was a good show, yeah.
And also, I hear that we're having a baby. Is that true?
I probably should have told you. Yeah, before the tabloids told you. Yeah.
Are we having a baby?
Not that I know of.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
All right, so we'll take a break and we'll come back and talk about the new show, which is hysterical. We'll be right back with Portia de Rossi. All right, so tell people about Better Off Ted.
Well, Better Off Ted is a workplace comedy about a very moral, upstanding guy, Ted, who works in a very kind of immoral, very shady, big American corporation called Viridian Dynamics. And he's the head of research and development, and I play his boss, Veronica, who is a little tricky. She's very tough, very efficient, ambitious, and very insensitive.
Very insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, most of your characters that you play, I think in Ally McBeal and Arrested Development, are that character, very cold, very insensitive, and you could not be further from that. And I think I worry because people don't know how sweet you are. You play these hard, and you're so good at it. Why do you choose characters like that?
Well, I think maybe because in real life I'm so worried about hurting people's feelings, and I'm just worried that what I'm saying is coming across the right way, and I don't know, it's just so liberating to be able to play characters who really don't give a damn. So, plus, you know, I'm Australian, and I grew up watching the BBC and John Cleese and Monty Python and all of those people. Yeah, it's just fun to see people kind of really angry and screaming at each other, and that's kind of what I thought was funny growing up. So I just love those crazy characters who just don't care how they seem.
And you pick this character and you decide you're going to wear your hair tight and in a bun, and you're going to wear those suits every single day, and because you're very, very cold and tight and buttoned up.
Yes, I designed this character.
And then out of nowhere, 12 episodes in, they decide to have you as a magician's assistant on weekends.
Yes.
So
yes, that can happen. Well, this is the great thing about a brilliantly written TV show, is your character really can go anywhere. And I thought I really had my character down. I thought I knew this woman inside and out. But, you know, it's not so much that it's the opposite of what she usually is like. It's more that she needs to relieve her stress from her high-powered day job. So she does this, I think you're about to see.
This magic act with Mordor the Unforgiving is the guy, the magician's name.
That's what she does on the weekends.
So you had to work with a choreographer and learn how to do this. Crazy. All right, we're going to play the Newlywed Game after this. Don't go away.
Let's meet our players. They're from Saugus, California. Say hello to Newlyweds Corey and Jamie Kissinger. They'll be playing against our own Ellen Show Newlyweds, Ellen Degenerous and Portia de Rossi. How's it going? All right, earlier we asked you a series of questions, and now we're going to see how well you know each other. You're going to get a point every time your answers match. Corey, we're going to go to you to this one. Who initiated your first kiss?
Me, totally me.
For sure. Jamie, what do you say?
Oh, come on.
I did! All right.
Not even.
Portia, this one's coming to you.
Yes.
If Ellen was reincarnated as a dog, what breed would she be?
Right, I hold my
And what do you
card
say?
up.
You said a mutt. Ellen, what did you say?
You love mutts.
I do love, but I thought you'd say
A yellow lab.
But I do love
What kind of mutt would she be?
I did say though that she would be a yellow lab mix.
That
I
is true.
did.
Did she?
Yes.
Half a point.
Gosh. We're not doing very well.
All right, Jamie, over to you. What is one item of clothing that Corey wears that you just can't stand? Jamie, what do you think it is?
Careful.
I think it's one particular pair of holy underwear.
Let's see, is that what you said earlier? Hold it up. Hold up your card. All right, does it match? Corey, what'd you say? Your
Gym shorts all the time.
All right. 0 points over there. Ellen, we're coming back to you. How old do you think Portia was when she had her first kiss?
Oh, I love you.
We know that. What'd you say?
Uh-oh.
I just think,
7.
I don't know.
Portia.
I don't know. Just joking around kind of
14.
thing.
Double that.
Double that.
That's all right.
7?
All right, now it wouldn't be the Newlywed Game if we didn't talk about Whoopi. Now, Portia, this is for you. What is Ellen's favorite Whoopi Goldberg movie?
Well, this was a tough one, but
I know, you thought a long
went
time.
with The Color Purple.
Great movie, of course. Ellen?
And right after I said this one, I thought of that one, and I wish I would have said that one. But
Damn.
what came to my mind first was Ghost.
Of course.
Of course, you know.
Both great movies. All right, Corey. What does Jamie do that's really irritating?
Constantly plucking her eyebrows.
Plucking her eyebrows for hours. They look good to me. Jamie, what did you think it was going to be?
Complaining about my weight.
Hold it up. That's right. All right. No match yet. That's all right. We're not done yet. All right, Ellen and Portia. What's the best gift your spouse has ever given you? Portia?
The best gift she's ever given me? I would say, what did I say?
Hold it up.
Heart.
Love, that's right. And Ellen? What's the best gift Portia's ever given you?
I said her
Nice.
heart.
Perfect. All right, well, that's the end of the game. Jamie and Corey, you have no points. So we thought we would send you on a second honeymoon to beautiful Lake Tahoe. You're going to spend 5 days and 4 nights at the romantic Squaw Valley Lodge. Congratulations.
Oh, goodness.
Congratulations. Ellen and Portia, you guys aren't going home empty-handed.
No, we're not.
You are going to get this beautiful set of pots and pans. Congratulations, love bugs. The new Newlywed Game with Carney Wilson premieres April 6th on GSN, the Game Show Network. Idol cast-offs Jasmine and Jorge will be here after this. Don't go away.
All right, so you know I've been talking about this strange animal that Portia saw in our backyard, and it's something that that she says she's never seen before in her life. And I thought we should let her speak in her own words and tell us what it is. And we have a sketch artist. And Portia, come on up here. All right. So you're going to be honest. You're going to tell us every bit of it. You're going to tell us what you saw.
I will, completely honest.
All right, all right. We're going to take a break. We can come back. Portia's going to tell us what she saw. We're going to get a sketch artist, an animal expert. They're going to look at it, and we're going to figure out what this thing is that we saw. She saw. I didn't see it. We'll be back. So Portia is here very reluctantly. She just asked me if it was too late to back out just now. All right, so what happened was you were in the bathroom of the house, and there's a big hillside back there.
In the bathroom, looking out the window, and on the garden wall, which is about at eye level, I saw a thing that I have never, ever seen before. Mm-hmm. And it kind of scared me, because it was the oddest looking creature I'd ever seen. Mm-hmm. And by the way...
What time was this?
8 o'clock in the morning. But you've been making me out like a crazy woman.
Well,
I mean... A warthog? I would never say that I thought I saw a warthog.
I thought you had mentioned at one point warthog.
No.
You never saw a warthog?
Never saw a warthog.
What did you say? Did you say some type of a boar? Didn't you say like a wild boar?
Miniature wild boar.
Okay.
But only if it had been crossed with like a possum.
So you think something got loose, maybe? This is what I'm trying to piece together. Someone had like a pig as a pet, because people get exotic animals.
Sure.
It got loose, and it maybe mated with a possum. Is that possible?
Look, I know it sounds crazy, but that's literally the best way I can describe this thing.
Right.
I mean, I have...
How big was it? Let's describe it
Okay.
right now.
It was about this tall it was stripy on the hindquarters. Mm-hmm. And it had a slightly roached back, like a curved back. Mm-hmm. Had a really long rat's tail. Mm-hmm. So it kind of sounds like a possum or a raccoon at this point. Brian, really, he's nodding his head like it's just a raccoon. It's not, I swear, because here's the thing. It had the weirdest face. It had really squished together eyes, small round eyes.
Open eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But unlike a possum, it had a snout that didn't taper. Like it was this snout with a blunt end, and I saw its nostrils. It had no hair on it. Like it was pink, snout, nostrils. But get this.
Okay. Oh, but okay. All that sounds fine, but get this.
It had teeth. It had two like fang-like teeth coming curved.
In the back of the snout.
In the back, like an inch from like the mouth opening. And the other thing about it that's weird is that it kind of waddled when it walked, but it also trotted.
Trotted and waddled. So it had.
It did.
Its legs were not just one solid. You said at one point it seemed like it had knees.
It could have had knees.
It could have had knees.
It could have had knees. I think it had knees because it moved like it
All right.
had knees, like a goat or pig or horse or...
All right.
She doesn't believe me.
She's from Australia, everybody. All right, so we asked a bunch of people, we asked viewers to send in what they thought it might be, because look, and now we're staring out that window all the time. We're about to put an infrared camera back there to try to catch it, because to prove that she's not insane. Nita Barrios in Santan Valley, Arizona. Ellen, I think I know what Portia saw. I think it was a javelina. And here's a picture of a javelina. Did it look anything like that? Kind of? Anything?
No.
Okay. Emily Simon in Navarre, Florida. I think Portia saw a pygmy hog.
Now that's pretty close, except if the snout was a little thicker, but that's kind of close.
Really?
And the teeth. It doesn't have the teeth.
Doesn't have the teeth. All right.
And it was stripy.
Gwen Parks, maybe it mated with something stripy.
Maybe.
Giraffe or something. So, Pam Rappel in Colville, Utah. Portia said an animal had a tail like a rat and a square nose. Maybe it was a baby pig.
Oh, see, I want that animal.
I want that too.
Let's get that animal.
Let's get that.
I like
it's
it.
Cute, right? Look at that
That's
baby
so
pig.
cute.
No, you would have gone out after that to pick that thing up.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a sketch artist from the Los Angeles Police Department here, and he's never drawn an animal before, but this is the closest we could do on short notice. Tony Coclamanos, come on out. So, Tony, y'all are going to go sit over there, and Portia's going to... You saw, it said at one point it looked like Alf. Didn't you?
It looked a little... Well, it's not orange or anything like that.
But it looked like Alf.
It kind of resembled... I'll sit over there.
But you heard all this, and you're going to try to get as close as you can, and then when we get this drawing, Jim Dines, who's a mammologist from the Museum of Natural History in Los Angeles, is here standing by. Does anything sound familiar right now?
Actually, quite a few of those are prospects.
Really? That would be here in Beverly
Sure.
Hills?
Stranger things have been seen in Beverly
Yeah,
Hills.
because someone could have it for a pet, and then it gets loose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because we're trying to really find this thing. It's wandering around, and maybe it needs help.
Maybe.
All
We'll
right.
figure it out.
All right, so y'all are going
I need help. One or the other.
And if we don't find it, she needs
Yes.
help. All right, we'll be back with Jessica Simpson, and we'll keep checking in. We're back with Portia, Tony, and Jim. And Tony, you're a police sketch artist, so you just have only drawn people before. mean,
this instant, yes.
Yeah, mostly
As a
when
witness,
people,
yeah.
as a witness, someone's not saying the dog looked like this. It's
No.
Yeah, it's a person. Okay, and so do you think what he drew seems like, because I haven't seen it yet.
Incredibly close.
It's
Yeah.
incredibly close
Yeah.
to what you saw.
Yes.
Have you seen it yet?
Not yet.
Not yet, Jim. Okay, let's show everybody, and then we'll talk about what this thing might be.
Hey!
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And the teeth are like that, kind of big, long teeth like that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now, normally, when you would take 3 or 4 hours to draw a person that somebody is describing. So you did this quickly for us, too.
Pretty quick,
Because
yeah.
we just got the head. We didn't get the whole body. Jim, what do you think that is?
I think you've got a new species there.
Yep. That's what I think.
Yeah. So you stand by that. You think you saw a brand new species.
Yes, I do. I mean, I saw that.
You saw
so
that.
If that's a new species, that's what I saw.
Well,
What-
can I see this again, Tony?
Jim? Here, you can.
Wow. My initial reaction was that this would have been an opossum. We have these here in Los Angeles. They're quite common.
Yes.
And the initial descriptions that I was hearing, I would say an opossum, but the flat nose is what's throwing me off.
Me too, because I thought for sure it's a possum, and then the flat nose and the teeth. There you have it.
All right, so I guess the next step is to try to put a camera out there
Yeah.
and try to see if we can get this thing on
On film, that would
film,
be great, yeah.
and see if maybe anyone else in the neighborhood, anyone in Beverly Hills have seen this animal.
Oh, wanted poster.
Anyone, please.
Man, I wish you'd seen it with me.
I wish I would have too. Believe me, I'm looking every single day so that you don't seem crazy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I want to thank you for being here, Jim and Tony and Portia. I know you didn't want to do this, so thank you for doing this.
Look what happened.
Look what happened to you now.
Now.
I love sharing stuff like this with you. This is such an important thing. What you do, Ellie, is so cool. I'm here with Portia and Ellie Lax, who founded the Gentle Barn. It's an amazing sanctuary where abused and neglected animals get a second chance at life. And Portia spent the day there. I can't wait to go myself. Take a look.
Hey, Ellen. I'm here with Ellie at the Gentle Barn, and I can't wait to meet the animal that just bleated. Is that a sheep?
Yes.
Let's show me around.
Okay.
Wow.
I think if you had to sum up our place in one sentence, it would be, we provide a place for people and animals to be reminded that they matter.
She's holding my hand.
That's so cute.
Let's go meet some more animals.
Okay. This is Josh, our sheep.
Hi, Josh.
And whenever we get a lamb in that's really wounded, Josh babysits them until they feel better.
Oh, hi.
This is Rama.
Oh, wow.
She's 3 years old. We rescued her from Thanksgiving. And so now on Thanksgiving, we come and feed her pie. That's our tradition.
Oh, goodness, all right. That's fine, I'll go. Say no more. Wow, so here we are with the horses.
We have 16.
16 horses.
Yep. So the other horse rescues do the wonderful work of taking in horses that are rideable and placeable.
Right.
We take in the ones that are so destroyed that no one else wants them.
Is he a racehorse, X?
Yes, that's an ex-race horse. That's Mama Deer. She was raced until she couldn't walk anymore. That's usually when they put them down, but for some miracle, they knew of us and brought her here. And we rehabilitated her with our deep tissue massage therapy, and now she's totally sound, totally happy.
And you're never tempted to place these animals so you can rescue more animals. Do you ever place them with people?
When they heal fast, yes, we absolutely place them.
Right.
I was thinking this is an animal you could take home to Ellen.
Yeah. Hey, Ellen. Hi, honey. Look what I got. Just for you. Okay, I think I'll just take a nap right around here.
Oh my God. Incredible. So I know Portia came home and was just raving. And just tell everybody kind of what you told me, what really hit you most about this place.
Well, I haven't stopped talking about it since I visited Ellie. I mean, it's the most incredible place. All of these animals have come from all forms of abuse, and yet they're so trusting of people. And I think that's the thing that overwhelmed me the most, was how incredibly loving they are toward people who have really abused them. And not just with Ellie, but everybody that goes to visit there. And it's just an amazing experience to hug a cow and just throw your arm around a goat.
Yeah. But it really did look like Old MacDonald's farm. Like at first shot of all the animals together, almost looked like you put them in there, you know, in post. Like they didn't really all get along, and they all get along, right, Ellie?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's great about that, you can go to the website because we really want you to learn more about it. But one of the cool things is it's open to the public on Sundays, and tell people about that and who comes in and what you do with the public.
Yeah, so we're open to the public on Sundays from 10 to 2, and people can come and hug the cows and brush the horses and give the pigs tummy rubs and hear their stories. And then during the week, we do private groups. So we work with special needs kids, kids on probation in foster care from the inner city. And they come in, and through the interaction with the animals, they learn kindness, compassion, self-esteem. They really find themselves among the animals.
Right. They can kind of relate to somebody maybe not treating them so well, and then yet they still have that kind of trust.
Yeah, because the animals have the same stories as the kids have.
Right.
And so through their stories, they can connect to the animals and be inspired by the animals, because the animals have healed, and so too can they.
Amazing job that you're doing, and the story is a great story, how you got started, and your fiance is working with you, Jay, and hi, Jay. It's really a cool thing. So we want to help you out because they need money, and they're helping so many animals that need to be taken out of horrible situations. So we have friends at tonic.com who have been so extraordinarily generous with us for any occasion when they know somebody needs money. I know you're trying to raise $100,000 to rescue some dairy cows. They're giving you $50,000 right now towards that. All right? And we can help. Everything you donate helps. Please log onto our website to learn how you can help the Gentle Barn reach their goal of raising $100,000. And go to our website, and then you have to log onto the Gentle Barn, because when you see the stories and when you see everything that they are doing for these amazing animals,
And go visit if you can.
And
it's
go
an
visit.
amazing experience.
And bring your kids
Yes.
to learn more about that. Anyway, congratulations. Simon Cowell will be here after this. Hello, Portia de Rossi.
Hello, Ellen DeGeneres.
It is Portia Degenerous, but you don't use Degenerous.
It's
You
technically
changed it
legally
but you still use de Rossi on the book. And
Right.
just around the house, I call you Portia Degenerous.
That's right.
All right. I have to say, of course, you know, I'm biased because I love you and I think you're brilliant and amazing, but I'm not the only one. I mean, the blurbs on the back of the book, the reviews that you've been getting for this book, to say that this is her first book, and it is so beautifully written and so vulnerable, and I'm just, you know, I'm just so proud of you. And you wrote every single word of it. This is all you.
Yes,
and it's
I did,
your
yeah.
story. And there's a lot of stuff that I actually didn't know. I mean, I
Yeah.
knew a little bit, but I didn't know the details.
I don't think anyone can really understand what it's like to suffer from an eating disorder unless they've actually gone through it themselves. And that's kind of why I wanted to write it myself without the help of anybody else. I wanted to tell the story from the perspective of the person suffering and not from the healthy person's perspective. I wanted to go back to that dark, horrible time and explain why I thought I was doing the right thing, why I thought I was doing the healthy thing and making good choices for my life.
Yeah, obviously, because you went from 130 pounds, in 1999, from 130 pounds to 82 pounds. 82 pounds.
But these pictures were taken at an event that I went to. And the most ironic thing was that same night, I had pictures published in InStyle magazine as being best dressed, because I was covering my arms, which were the most obvious indication that I was suffering from an eating disorder.
Well, let's go back to, so you started, you think, well, there's a lot of things that contributed to this, but at 12 years old, you started modeling.
I did, yeah. I started modeling at 12 because, you know, when I was a kid, my parents told me that I was cute, and so I want. Oh gosh. Oh boy.
That's like one of our bad paid for photos.
I know,
That's actually.
I know, gosh. I was literally 12 years old there, and it's a tricky thing being a 12-year-old girl, and you know, I mean, what is that face? It's
That's like a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing that at 12 years old.
Yeah, it objectifies you, it kind of sexualizes you at a very young age. And I'm not saying that all child modeling is necessarily bad, but it should be age appropriate. I mean, a 12-year-old girl should be modeling clothes
A 12-year-old.
for 12-year-old kids.
Right. The fact that you were 12 years old and they're critiquing your body, and
Yeah.
someone told you that your ass was flabby at 12, that
Well, I didn't quite put it like that.
Well.
But, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the first year of modeling for me when I was 12 was really difficult, because while I had a reasonable amount of self-esteem, I soon lost it because I was constantly compared to other girls. I was trying to get jobs with other girls, but then individual body parts would also be scrutinized. And that incident that you're talking about, that I wrote about in the book, I was asked by a client to turn around and face the wall and drop my pants. So
At
that
how
they-
old? How old?
Oh, it was probably about 13, so they could look at my butt. And they needed to look at my butt because I guess they were going to shoot that area for the campaign. So I just remember my pants around my ankles, facing the wall, feeling completely humiliated, and with a lot of whispering. And I turned back to them, and the woman said, "Gosh, you know, your butt is so saggy for such a young girl. Do you work out?" And I just remember thinking, I forgot to work out. Like, if I'm going to be a model, if I'm going to take this seriously and be professional, I need to do everything that I thought I had to do, and I forgot to work out. And that's really when I became very, very self-conscious. And
is that when you started binging and purging, or when did you?
yeah, I pretty much started binging and purging the minute that I started modeling, because I was slim, but I wasn't model thin. I had some curves, and I was kind of medium boned. And so in order to get rid of my curves, at 12, 13 years old, I had to go on a diet. So I started by really restricting so many calories every single day until I did the job. I'd do the job, and then I would want to reward myself with food. And it was both psychological, because I wanted to be comforted with food, but it was also physiological, because I'd starved myself like crazy to get to the point where I could work. So what happened very quickly was that the jobs were being booked back to back. So while I would still want to binge after doing the job, I didn't have enough time to get the weight off by starving myself. So I had to take laxatives, and I had to take diuretics.
And at what point, how many laxatives a day were you?
20.
20 laxatives a day.
Yeah. 20 laxatives a day for a very long time. A very long time.
It's hard, you can imagine, it's heartbreaking to me. So last week we brought you back to your old apartment so you could explain some of the behaviors that this is back at her apartment.
This was the most important room in this house, for sure. I would use chopsticks to eat all the food that I ate, and I would just use the tips of the chopsticks and would make sure that the food that I ate was the width of the chopstick and no wider. It would slow down my eating. I could allow myself to digest it. And by digest it, I mean eat maybe 30 or 40 calories. This was the living room, except that I had absolutely no furniture at all. The only thing that was in here were my collection of antique mannequins and dress forms. It occurred to me to measure the mannequins and to measure myself against them and try to be as small as them. And believe it or not, I don't think I ever was. So that just shows you how crazy these images are that we're given as women, because no one should ever be that thin. There were all kinds of note cards plastered to this wall that would list the weight that I currently was, and it would go all the way down pound by pound. And each time I got to that weight, I would take the card off the wall to remind myself that I could never go up another pound. I could never return to that weight. Plus, just the thrill of losing a pound was enough to make me want to lose more. I felt invincible. I felt like I had won the war that everybody was fighting. And that's really the explanation of why I got down to 82 pounds.
We'll be back right after this. We're back with Portia de Rossi. We're talking about her brilliant book, Unbearable Lightness. And when you started writing this book, I think it was a healing process for so many things that you actually didn't realize still needed healing. One of the things was the death of your father. You were 9 years old. And that is it was a surprise of how much healing still needs to happen. And you talked about it the other day in this.
My childhood was a very happy one until I was 9 years old when my father passed away very unexpectedly. And I'm 37. I thought that I would have been completely over it by now. But the fact is, I never got over it because I never went through it. I mean, how do you deal with a crisis like that at 9? And in a way, I felt like really grieving him would be a disservice to his memory. I really wanted to show him, sorry. I wanted to show him that I was just as strong without him. So as you can see, that was definitely the most interesting part of this whole experience because it happened such a long time ago. But it just shows you if you don't really deal with things that are emotional and traumatic, they kind of resurface in other ways. So that was definitely a part of this experience for me.
Now look. I know.
Crying.
I know. This.
You promised you wouldn't make me cry.
I didn't promise that. I chose not to look at it because I cried earlier when I saw the tape. This has been a book that she has written and has, there's been lots of crying. And every time she'd read a segment, she'd read it to me and start crying because this is processing a lot of stuff you've never shared before. And this is something that, you know, I mean, it doesn't, you don't just write a book and get over it. You're still processing, you know.
Yeah, I am. And, you know, it's one thing to write it because I was in the privacy of our home and I could read the passages to you as I, you know, felt that I wanted you to learn about them. But now it's just hard, you know. I mean, I have a book. It's available for everyone to read. And although that's the point, I didn't really think it through because it's... Don't read this book.
That's a great...
But it's just hard to talk about, you know? It's hard. It's harder to talk about than it was to write about, obviously, because, you know, I didn't care if there were tears streaming down my face at home. But.
And you talk about the struggle with the fact that you were closeted. I mean, there were a lot of things you were hiding. The secret about you're keeping that a secret about your sexuality. You're keeping the secret about how you were eating and how you were living. And but those didn't have anything to do with each other. It's sort of...
I mean, they did, but I think that I would have still suffered from an eating disorder if I wasn't struggling with coming to terms with my sexuality. Because I really had the eating disorder because I started dieting when I was 12. And because of my lifetime of chronic dieting, I think that it would have just taken a hit TV show or that kind of pressure to look a certain way for me to go into a full-blown eating disorder. But it sure didn't help that I was hiding who I was because, oh gosh, I mean, who I really was completely unacceptable. I mean, there were no lesbian actresses in the history of acting I had no real gay role models. It was a very tough time. I mean, you came out the year before, and I remember just watching you thinking, this is the litmus test. Like, if she loses her career, then what chance do I have of starting my career?
And I lost it.
And you lost it.
I didn't help you, did I?
You didn't help?
No.
Well, it wasn't you. I
Yeah.
mean, it was, you know, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a message.
Yeah.
It was a message that, you know, the industry sent out to gay people at that time was, look what can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you're celebrated for a minute, and then it all just comes crashing down. So,
Right.
I mean, you know, it was a really difficult time, and you know, keeping a secret like that is just so toxic. It's just so horrible, and you're just really kind of, you know, locking in all of that shame, and it really is part of the reason why I wrote this book, is because I'm just living a more honest and more open life now, and I don't want to think of a part of my life and kind of cringe and not want to own it. You know,
You're going to help so many people with this book. I mean, I can't tell you the people that have read it so far, and we have people in the audience who have read it, who have questions, and it is going to help so many people. And we come back, we'll have questions from the audience, and then a tape, I guess, that I have not seen yet of you talking about me. We'll be back. We're back with the beautiful and talented Portia de Rossi. And before we get to the questions in the audience, I think it's interesting when you were at 80 pounds and you looked in the mirror and you saw, like you said, you had the foresight to say, I got to cover my arms. People think they're too thin. But you still found things wrong with your body when you were that?
Right. I mean, I think that there's that classic image of the anorexic girl looking into a mirror and seeing a really heavy girl reflected back at her. And that's not really how it was for me. I looked in a mirror and I saw that I had very emaciated arms. I saw my bones, and I knew that I was underweight. But my eye went straight to the inch of fat that I still had on my stomach and the fat that I still saw on my thighs. And it still does. You know, that's kind of what I do when I look in the mirror. I go to those things that I don't like.
When you look in the mirror today, you see...
Well, when I look in the mirror today, I mean, I really do accept myself from head to toe. This is exactly the weight that I'm supposed to be. This is exactly what... I mean, it's like I've realized it's taken me a long time, but you can't fit a size 8 foot into a size 6 shoe. It's just not going to happen. So when I look in the mirror now, I realize that this is what I'm supposed to be. And although they are like, I mean, I don't think that I'm perfect at all.
I do.
Come on.
I do.
But I mean, I accept the fact that I'm not perfect, and that's the difference, you know. And
Right.
I would never ever jeopardize my health or my sanity to try to get those thin thighs that I was always after.
Yeah. Everybody has one part of their body that you look at and your eye goes straight to it, and it's your area that you have that one issue with. We have questions from the audience. Where's Mandy Stevens? Hi, Mandy.
Hi.
Come on out. Mandy, you read the book?
I did, and I loved it. I actually read it overnight, and I wanted to thank you for putting into words what so many aren't able to say. And my question is, what should or shouldn't I say to someone I suspect is anorexic?
You know, a lot of people don't say anything at all because they're worried that that person is just going to completely shut them out of their lives. And that actually may happen. But it is really important to say something. And the thing that you should say, well, the thing that I would have responded to was, you look sick. You don't look well. You look like you're suffering. Because the anorexic wants to be admired. I mean, dieting is really hard. And to get down to that weight, you want people to admire you.
So if someone says you're too thin?
Yeah, you're too thin, to me, was more of a compliment than just you're thin. You're too thin? Who can be too thin? I mean, there's a joke about it, you know? You can't ever be too thin. So that just felt like a compliment. And even you know, I'm worried about you, kind of felt like, I'm worried about you, you're too thin. It was like love wrapped up in a compliment. You know, it's like, oh, she's worried about me, she cares about me, and yet I can't really be too thin. So anything that would suggest that that girl is not as in control as she wants to appear to be is a better thing, because an anorexic wants control more than anything.
So looks like you're out of control. Looks like you're sick. Like,
Yeah.
thank you for
Thank
reading
you.
in
Yeah,
one
thanks.
sitting. It's a great. Is it great?
It was
It's a
great.
great
You should
book.
all read it.
It's a great book. Thank you so much, Mandy. All right. Ashley Kuchenmeister.
Hi, Portia. Hi, Ellen.
Hi.
I just received the book a couple days ago, and it was great. The messaging is so important. And before I actually started reading it, I was flipping through looking at the pictures, and there was one picture in particular where I recognized that you were definitely thin, but the thought popped in my head, man, her legs look great. I wish my legs looked a little more like that. And then in actually reading the book, I realized that you had alternated those photos with a conversation with your doctor where he was basically telling you you were destroying your body to look like that. And that was a really powerful moment for me and made me realize these images are so deceiving.
Yeah, they
and so I want to know your thoughts on how the media portrays women.
Well, I think that, first of all, those pictures, a little airbrushing, I would have looked great. I think it's a real problem. Models these days are as young as 14 years old, before their bodies have even had a chance to develop, before they even get curves and become women. They are held up as images of the perfect, ideal female form. And it's really, really damaging, because as a 40-year-old woman, as a 30-year-old woman, we should not be looking at little kids to try to emulate their bodies. It's just, there's something really, really wrong with that.
Yep.
And I also think that airbrushing is a real problem, because, you know, in order to be that ideal image, you have to diet. I mean, there's no way around it. And then, you know, they can always kind of cover it up and smooth it over and make you look really great. And I think it's just very damaging. It's just, women have just, it's really hard in the media to just feel completely self-accepting and comfortable with the way that God made you, because, you know, they're always trying to sell us something, to elongate our legs or dye our hair and make ourselves look better. So it's hard to just know that who we are is exactly what we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to look.
Thank you.
Thank you for your questions. We'll be right back. We're back with Portia de Rossi. We have, I guess, a piece of tape that I haven't seen yet. They've kept it from me, and we'll look at it together.
I've changed so much as a person since I've met Ellen. I used to think that the way to be strong was to be tough. I used to think that to be independent was to not need anyone. But she, oh my gosh. She's taught me that the more vulnerable you are and the softer you are and the more you allow people into your life and into your heart, the happier you are and the more valuable you are to other people. Ellen has completely changed the way I look at life. She's made me not worry about what other people think. I mean, I'm still working on that, I have to be honest. But she's taught me that who I am is perfectly good enough. And that I don't have to pretend to be anything other than who I am. And that's been the most incredible gift that she's given me, that anyone could give to anybody that they love. Yeah. It's true.
I love you.
I love you.
Well, like I said, when I first met her, she was 168 pounds, and I didn't see anything except a brilliant, amazing person. And when I read this book, and I read the self-loathing and how much she hated herself, I was shocked and it broke my heart. I had no idea how much she hated herself. And I just can only imagine we all have gone through times where we really didn't feel good inside. So this book is so much more. It's a book about self-esteem. It's a book about accepting yourself. And read it for yourself. If you have children, for sure teenage girls should read this book. It is a beautifully written book. And I'm so, so proud of you, because this is not like her to be, she doesn't like to draw attention to herself. So for her to not only draw attention to herself, but to expose herself in this way is huge. And I'm really, really proud of you. Unbearable Lightness is currently in bookstores, and everyone in the audience is getting a copy, all of you. Go to our website. You can watch more exclusive footage from Portia's interview. We'll be back.
And that's all we have time for.
And that's all. Thank you to everybody. So it's so great because it's a remake of The Munsters, which everybody knows that show, but it's a very cool version. It's like describe it.
It's it's a reinvention, I think.
Reimagining is the
reimagining
word
yes.
they like to use.
of a very popular TV show that was very cool and kind of edgy back then, but this show, Mockingbird Lane, is a drama, so it's a little bit darker and a little bit, the characters are a little richer, but it's still kind of about the family and about parenting, really. And
I think original Munster fans will very much like it. I think some are going to be a little shocked. It is a dramatic version of what was a half-hour comedy with a laugh track. I'll tell you a funny story. My kids go to nursery school, and a teacher of theirs, Miss Letty, hi, how are you? Thank you for getting my kids to stop biting other kids. Said to me, hey, I heard you're going to be playing Herman Munster. And I said, oh, yeah. And Miss Letty said, my husband and I love the original Munsters. And I went, oh, yeah, it's a reimagining. It's a little more dramatic. I hope you enjoy it. And Miss Letty said, you better not mess it up. And that was the first time I realized, like, oh, wow, this might be a little more important.
something like that happened to me, too. It was my first day shooting the show at Universal, and I drove onto the lot, and the guy at the guard gate was checking my ID, and probably had wet hair. I got short, blonde, wet hair, and he was looking at my ID, and he said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm working on Mockingbird Lane. And he goes, oh my God, The Munster is my favorite show ever. What are you doing on the show? And I said, oh, I play Lily Munster. I have never seen a man so disappointed in my whole life. It was like, nothing made sense to him anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you are wearing a brunette wig.
Yeah.
I mean, you
know.
came in.
I actually wanted to go back after I
And
was
say,
in
this
my
is
wig
what I
and
look
go,
like.
no,
Because you're
really?
not even recognizable. I mean, well, that's not you.
No.
Right there. That's you. But really, the dark wig and everything, and the costumes and the sets are amazing. It's really good. And it's because people forgot the Munsters. It was like this comedy with a laugh track, like you said. But they were vampires.
Right.
But yet they were a very wholesome family. They care about Eddie, and it's really good.
Right.
No, I think it is very much a family show, and it's more to me a show about parenting, which I know nothing about.
That's
really,
right.
But
Yes, you do.
But,
How many animals do you guys have? I mean, please.
We have less animals than you.
I actually met your dogs. I met the big poodle, and I met
Wolf.
And I met Wolf.
Yeah.
Cute animals.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Great haircuts.
Thank
Talking
you.
about the Munsters, that little mohawk on the poodle. I like that.
thank you very much.
I gave him the haircut.
Yeah, she did.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do grooming?
Well,
Well, I mean, did you
I'm not
actually
gonna-
do the shaving?
She has this job, and
yes,
then
and I
grooms
do
on the
grooming.
side.
I actually.
I mean, I want to know
and I have
because
topless pool girls as well. I have a lot of jobs.
I tried so hard to call in. The line was busy. I just wanted to be like, yeah, how much?
Yeah.
So,
I would have
and
hung
you guys-
up on you because that was creepy.
And you guys dance, or
Yeah.
you just clean the pool? All right. and like how big? You know what I'm talking about.
All right. We're gonna. All right, we have to take a break and put some water on him. We'll be back in just a second. We're back with Portia and Jerry O'Connell. It's a clip from Mockingbird Lane, which airs this Friday on NBC. Please watch it. It's really good. So Arrested Development, everybody's excited. Arrested Development is going to come back. We're doing that right now.
Yeah, we're shooting till mid-December, and we're gonna release all the episodes at the same time, which will be, I think, around April next year. But it's very,
On
very
Netflix,
cool.
right? Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
The whole cast is back together, and it's like no time has passed at all, actually.
Everyone's the same.
Everyone is exactly the same on and off camera. It's kind of amazing.
It's just so great. It's a little different. I mean, I'm not in it. I don't know why I'm plugging it, but what they're doing is they're going to air all episodes at the same time because when I watch TV shows and I download them, you want to watch like one after the next, after the next, after the next, all night long, and then it ruins the next 3 days because you have bags under your eyes and you're like a zombie in the Monsters.
Right.
See,
Yeah. It
See,
came
I'm
back
out
to
of
the Monsters again. I was
Right,
gonna,
right.
yeah. All right, so we have the haunted hallway back there, and we've sent audience members through it. We've sent some of our guests through it, and I've been talking about this, and Portia's constantly saying, I don't know why people get scared.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching it for the whole month, and I couldn't understand why people would get scared because you know what's going to happen. You know that people are going to jump out.
Let's see how you handled it then. Let's take a look.
Okay, nothing to it. Oh, scary black curtain. All right. Fine. You're gonna jump out at me? Nope. Didn't get scared, not once. I think I made it. I think I'm through. Oh, God! Yes, I'm fine. And then, oh boy. I hate this place. I'm getting out of here.
Pretty brave.
Kind of scary.
All right. Mockingbird Lane airs this Friday at 8 p.m. on NBC, and you're going to get in that splash tank, aren't you?
Well, I mean,
yeah, I
if
think
you
you
guys
are.
get me,
Yeah. We'll be back. We have the stars from Mockingbird Lane, Portia and Jerry Connell. Jerry's agreed to get in our splash tank. Portia and I are going to see if we can get him wet. Oh, there's someone else who wants to splash you. Please welcome Jerry's wife, Rebecca Romaine. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm here to make Jerry tremble in his. What you got under there, Jerry?
Yeah, what do you have?
What do you have?
Let's see what you got.
Just see what you have.
Let's see
Okay,
what you
I just
have.
my,
You look super cool.
Yeah. Look at that.
What's wrong with this?
Nothing.
Isn't this like the dunk tank thing? I saw Mr. Neeson up there.
Liam
and
Neeson, you are definitely competing with Liam Neeson with those.
I do want to say to everyone at home, the air conditioning is very high in here, right? Am I right? The audience? And it's very cold.
Oh my God. How
So
are
this-
you even covered up? That is the tiniest thing I've ever had.
So
All right.
this isn't me in my best light. You know, if it was
You
warmer.
look super cool, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'm on camera. You know,
get in there.
Yeah.
It's not.
All right.
It's not my best light. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you, right?
Well,
Tell them.
listen,
Tell them.
I'm sure you're scared with my amazing
Follow,
hand-eye
follow
coordination.
Andy.
here we go.
All right, look. Hey. All righty then.
When do we start?
All right. I guess we'll all take turns throwing. Who's
Rebecca, you should
Rebecca,
go
you
first.
start. It's your husband.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I know, listen.
Okay. All right.
How many do I get?
You want to?
oh
Well, we
boy,
can just.
do I.
It doesn't matter how long this takes.
Oh,
Oh, that was a good one.
close. Very close. That's right.
No, it's not. All right.
thought
you.
it would
Oh, you
work. I don't
crawled
know.
out during that?
Yes, babe. Yes.
I'm so sorry. Well, here's the thing. I was so panicked because I want this segment to go so well for you, and I'm like, where's her music? What's happening? And so
where is she?
I was worried about you.
What would have really scared you is if I didn't show up at all.
At all,
I
yes.
think that would have been like.
But it
really
did kind of scare
scary.
me. I think there was a little bit of fear, but
I
it was.
saw it.
But
Did you
all
see
right.
some fear?
All
A
right.
little bit.
It's hard. You went like this.
A little bit
A
of.
little bit. It's hard to
love
scare
it.
me, and you got me a little bit. So
Little bit.
good.
Apparently, they throw bodies off of buildings, like dummy
Nothing.
bodies, and on the lot, and she just doesn't flinch.
Yeah,
They have. Yeah, they have. They threw a body when I was walking to one time from my dressing room to the stage, and
She
I
stepped over it.
and I just.
So wait, I have a gift I want to give to you.
a gift?
It's actually not from me. It's one of the amazing fans of this show. They make these incredible things, and Ellen saw this, and I found it as I was snooping around the office
I
today.
get so many things that people make for me, and Portia doesn't get to see them all the time.
No, I don't.
So Jen saw this and said, "Let's give it to
We
Portia."
got to show her this
because
one,
you're
this
involved.
is just.
You're involved also.
Oh.
Yeah. You're wearing a blouse like that almost.
Thank
I
you.
think the coloring almost is like they almost painted us
Wow.
like this right
like
now.
right now.
Right.
I look like Rick Schroeder, I think. And who do you
Wow.
look like? I don't know who you look like.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should thank you for that, Jen.
No, thank the fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The fan.
Right. I was going to let her take this because I know you too well. So
Yes, I don't think it's fair. I think it's because
So
I think it's good that you're here. That way you can ask me questions for real.
because she
right?
knows everything about you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I do, pretty much.
Pretty much.
I
You
hope,
should-
I hope so.
No.
Well, you don't want to know
Mostly.
everything because that's not fun
Right.
if you know everything. All right. So now let's get to the real stuff.
Okay.
What's it like being married to Ellen?
She's right here. I mean, you've known us for a while. We
Yes.
have like the best relationship ever.
9 years.
9 years.
A
nearly
great
9
relationship.
Years. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it's like. Wonderful.
No, I
Yeah,
tell you,
it's
and
amazing.
I know that because I'm lucky enough to be witness to it all
Yeah.
the time, and it's
Yeah.
inspiring, and you guys are so good to each other. But let's get serious. What bugs you about Ellen?
I mean,
There's gotta be
nothing.
something. I mean,
no,
come on.
I mean,
There's nothing.
I mean,
Ellen, she's answering the questions.
Oh.
Portia, come on. There's
Maybe
gotta be
there's
one
something.
thing.
it's
Is
so
there something?
hard. I can't
No,
do
I
this.
know. Especially a one. Come on,
okay,
it's fun.
well,
we'll forget about
God.
it.
What bugs
Really?
you? Tell me. I can take it.
Well, I mean, one tiny thing comes to mind.
Okay.
Don't get mad.
I'm not going to get mad.
Okay, so I make dinner.
Not here.
I love
damn it,
cooking.
not on TV, honey.
Not now. And I'm really like I love preparing food, and I love like making it the perfect temperature. I garnish.
Yeah.
I try to make it kind of romantic, you know. But
She wipes the plate. If there's a splatter, the plate
Yeah.
is wiped. It's all
Yeah.
like the presentation is impressive.
I love the
She's a good cook.
presentation. But every single night,
Yeah.
just as I serve her dinner, just as I put it down in front of her,
Yeah.
she gets up and feeds the cats.
No.
Every
No.
single time.
No, and it's not every night.
It
It's
is.
no. What happens is
It is.
the cats they know when I come home. They will be sleeping all day long. Everybody else comes home. Everybody walks in the house. They don't wake up. Somehow I come in and they all wake up and they want to be fed.
But
There's
just
3 of them.
at that moment, though.
But what
do-
can,
but
what
do
can
you-
I do? I have to
just
feed
as
them.
I put it down.
I have to feed them.
I mean, anyone that cooks knows that, you know, it's like it's the right temperature, and I always ask, are you ready? And she says, yes,
So
I'm ready.
maybe I have,
and then I put
I
it
have
down.
a solution for that.
Yes.
Maybe you time it that she comes home. Your dinner isn't ready for 15 minutes until after she gets home. She can feed the cats. Then
Jen, it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
No.
All right, we'll talk about this later.
All right, but first of all, it's not every night, and I know that does bug her. I did know that, and I rush. I hurry up and rush and feed them, but sometimes they want choices, so I put 2 different kinds
They do. They want choices.
because
These
they're
are
hungry.
the most spoiled cats you
They
could
are.
ever
I
imagine.
love them so much.
What else?
All right,
Anything else? Come
that's
on.
all.
Give
That's
us
all.
another one.
Move on. What's next?
Really?
Well, actually, no. While we're here, it's no surprise that we move a lot.
No.
And that was a little tricky to get used to.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 4 years, I thought, like, we've had 9 houses in 8.5 years. Did you know that? 9. I counted.
Okay.
Wow.
But the first 4 years, I thought, okay, like, when we move again, this will be it, right? This will be our home, and we'll live there. And now I realize it's just, we'll live there for 6 months. So now, like, when I put things away, I always think about how easy it's gonna be to, like, collect it all back up again and stick it in a box. And
Yeah, but you like it. Admit it. You love moving now, too.
because you did that to me.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It
That's
is
what
fun.
you
It
did
is
to me.
fun.
Because you
I
get
have
to
to admit.
Yeah, I love real estate, and I
Yeah.
like the whole. I like architecture and design, and I
Yeah.
love doing it.
Yeah.
It is weird. I'm surprised that
It's
I like
hard
it as
for
much
me
as I do.
too because I get attached to the home you're in and then you leave it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
So I feel like
You do.
I'm affected too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Really?
It hurts you.
Well, do you know how heartbroken I was when you sold that beautiful house to Ryan Seacrest?
Yeah, but we told you to buy that house. You should have bought that house.
I couldn't afford that house.
Yes, you.
Here we go with this again.
Yes, you could have. Anyway.
We're not going to talk about this
All
on
right,
television.
We're running out of time anyway. But
We are.
But anyway, this was
So-
great. We'll take a break.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about Arrested Development and other things.
Sure.
All right, we'll be back. We're back with my co-host, Jennifer Aniston, and the lovely and talented Portia de Rossi. And the two of you are the same age, is that correct? You both turned, right?
Pretty much.
No?
Couple of years.
I'm a couple years older.
Oh, okay.
No,
So-
but I love being 40, and I have more anxiety turning 30, honestly.
I mean, it's been fine so far.
Right? You're
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
You're doing great.
Nothing changed.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed, and
No.
you're gorgeous.
I'm 55.
She's 55.
55. Yeah. I really don't ever think about it. I think it's like, that's why I don't ever talk about it. I don't think
I
about it.
don't either,
ever.
and that's why I don't understand why every time someone is mentioned in a magazine,
put a number.
there's an
Always put your
age
age.
next to
Yeah.
it, and I go, what's the importance of that information when this story is being told?
Right.
I know.
I see that all, Ellen, 55, sells another house. Like, why do
What
I
does
have to
that
be?
do? What does that have to do with
What's
the
that have
house?
to do with me selling a house?
Nothing.
Portia, 40, forced to move again. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's talk about it. We're running out of time, and I want to talk about Arrested Development, which everybody is so excited about. This is about time. So exciting.
Yeah. 7 years.
So exciting.
It's just I know, I just think that must be like a dream come true to have one of the most beloved shows be taken away way before its time, and then have it come back and have have everybody be there.
Yeah.
And it seems so seamless, and your
Yeah.
fans must be
Yeah.
so excited.
Well, it's because of the fans, really, that this happened, because they kept asking over and over, when is there going to be another movie? And they
God.
wanted to see more of us, and so it was lovely. A little like blackmail, actually, after a while.
But they got real smart.
But they they got
7
it done.
years, and here.
7 years.
So how long
would
is
you
it?
ever
like a
do a
cycle?
Friends reunion?
Yeah.
Sorry?
What about a Friends reunion?
What do you mean?
Reunion.
How long has it been?
I just sort of did one, no?
Yeah.
kind of felt like it.
Kind of. But it would be longer this next time.
It would be longer than
Yeah. You want to announce it here?
that. Do I?
Don't you want to do it? Say you want to do it.
I will say this though. I will say I think it would be like doing that little bit with Maddie and Court was we all were very nostalgic and miss
fun.
working together and love each other, and it's a great thing to get to go back to your family like that, and also know that people will love it.
Yeah,
and
people
enjoy
would
it.
love it. I'm so excited you were here today. This is a good day. We thought this would be a fun day to co-host, to have the three of us together, and it was a fun time. And the brand new season of Arrested Development is being released on Netflix May 26th. You don't have Netflix, you say? Well, don't worry, because today our friends at Roku are giving everyone here a 2-year subscription to Netflix and a Roku 3, so you can stream it instantly to your TV. On this side, but this is the cast of Scandal.
There's a
We're playing a game, and it's called the Scandal Secret Showdown. We divided the cast into teams: the White House versus Olivia Pope and Associates. We've asked everyone before the show to tell us a secret about themselves their castmates would not know because they know each other so well.
Yeah.
One person from each team will come up. I'll read the secret, and the first person to buzz in and guess right and guess whose secret it is wins. If they get it wrong, the other team can steal. We only have 9 cast members. We need one more on this side. So where is Carly Applegate?
Wait. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm a little uncomfortable, but I'm not good at keeping secrets. So I wanna confess my secret right away. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Hang in there,
Take
folks.
it off.
Hang in
gonna be
there.
all right.
Hang on.
This is good TV.
We have surprising everybody else, so we wanted to offer you a surprise with another cast member.
I was so shocked. I was like, why did you stop texting me? We had been texting all day, and then all of a sudden it stopped.
Mysteriously stopped.
Portia! Oh my God! All right. That's hilarious. So there's probably no Carly Applegate. That was a fake name or something.
It's a good name.
Let's bring up the first 2 players. Let's play the game. All right.
You're going down.
All right. Hands behind your backs, please. Don't cheat. Hands behind your backs. All right.
Behind my black?
Hand behind your back.
Good. I'm ready. I already have one up on you.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited that Portia's here. I can't talk anymore. I spend every single day, scared that I'm going to be arrested.
Wow.
Who's
excited?
Whose secret is that?
No.
She doesn't know.
Guillermo.
You can't.
No, you can steal.
I think it's Guillermo.
I just said Guillermo.
I'm gonna say.
I don't think that. No, that was his turn. Do not give him another chance.
Everybody's excited that Portia's here. All right.
Don't give him another chance.
All
He
right.
wasn't
I
listening.
call it-
Listening is important.
You can play the president brilliantly.
Don't ever vote for me.
People do
You don't have to listen when you're the
It's
president.
a portrait, right?
All right, now, you want another guess?
Scott Foley. No.
No.
Okay. Who is it?
Is it Guillermo?
No. I can't.
Wow.
Whose guess is it?
Katie.
We just failed. We
Now,
failed
now,
miserably.
Darby? No.
Yes.
Really?
Darby.
For what? Arrested for what?
Why do you think you're going to get
Anything.
I think Darby's like the least likely person in America to get arrested.
I know.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
Racial profiling.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Everybody, back to your post. Next two. All right.
Oh my God.
I know, you did. Yeah, he did.
Get it, Guillermo.
All right.
Get it. Go, Guillermo.
Here's the next secret. When I was 5 years old, I almost set my house on fire.
Portia.
No. Katie! No. We're terrible at this. It's Tony! It's Tony!
I had a misspent youth.
All right, here we go. All right. I learned to ride a bike only 2 years ago. What? Jeff.
Carrie.
No.
Oh, you had a look on your face. Like you're trying
Who do
to
you think it is, Katie? Guillermo?
I stole a bike 2 years ago.
But you didn't get arrested. All right.
Is it your turn or mine?
It'll be yours.
Yeah, Katie.
Bellamy? Yes.
Come on, Josh. This is like a grudge match.
Okay, this is a good one. I sleep with a stuffed animal every night.
Ooh. Josh Molina.
Yes, Scott.
It's Guillermo.
It is! It is! Here's another one. I was once arrested 3 times in one day. Yes, Darby.
Jeff Perry.
Oh.
Is it
No.
you?
No.
It's okay, it's okay.
I want to say Guillermo, but Josh.
Yes?
Yes.
Who?
Scott Foley.
Yes! What were you arrested for? What were you
How is
arrested
it
for?
you never told us that story?
Multiple traffic offenses that I was arrested in one precinct. They then took me to another precinct where they arrested me, and the third precinct didn't want to come get me, so that second precinct arrested me for the third precinct.
Wow. Look
So
what we
proud of
learned
that
today,
story.
and that's how you play the Scandal Secret Showdown. Since you were so good, everyone in the audience is going to get the first 3 seasons of Scandal on DVD.
She loves me more.
He's more dangerous. Hey, can y'all please come back and do this again? Like, all the time.
Tomorrow, we'll be here.
Seriously, I could do this every single day with you. Just, you would be my guest every day, all year long.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Hey, and here's what I want to do. I have some objects, and I'm going to give each of you an object. And the first person to get it clearly on air, somewhere in a scene that you're in, I will give $5,000 to your charity of your choice, okay?
Oh my God.
Johnny? Wow. Josh?
Oh man. Josh will make that happen.
This can be in your apartment, right?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Oh my God.
That is brilliant.
Scott, shake weight. Oh, nice.
Oh man.
This is on your desk.
Easy for you.
We can do this. Katie?
Perfect.
I love it. Garmy?
Sure.
You're drunk. You don't know what that is.
What I'm doing with this. Drunk Maddie.
Guillermo, my book? Yeah. Who's left? Is that it? Baby, cell phone? That's it.
Wait, Darby needs.
Oh, Darby, you didn't get anything? Here.
Can we trade?
No trading. Come on.
I'm just saying.
You know how to do that.
Tony and I are going to work out with this.
All right.
No, baby, we'll get it in.
Scott, stop it.
We're gonna get into it. We just have to talk to it.
All right, I want to thank all of you for being here. The season 4 Scandal premiere starring Portia de Rossi premieres tonight at 9 on ABC. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another. Bye-bye.
Well, that was very lovely. Thank you very much.
Hello, Portia de Rossi.
Well, hello, Ellen.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, what's new with you?
Well, this is actually the second time I've been here in 2 weeks.
I know.
Pretty exciting.
I know, it's very exciting to have you on.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could have you on every day or something. You could be my co-host or something if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Okay, all right.
Once in a blue
It's
moon,
really
it's fine.
hard because I know every single thing about you, obviously, and so we had viewers write questions. One of the main things that everybody's asking me about and asking you about, and I thought I would let you clear it up, is if we're having a baby or not. So I thought maybe you should answer that question.
Yeah, it would be so fun for everybody if we were.
Yeah, they want us to have a baby.
Well, I know, and you know, there's a magazine cover, this one, right?
Yeah, we won't say the name of
No,
it, but
no,
it's
we won't.
that.
There's that. Did you see it says they're finally starting a family? Like, are people really that mad at us?
Yeah, we have waited way too long.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yes. So no.
No, we're not going to have a baby?
No, we're not.
Okay,
No.
good for me to know now. All right.
Yeah. Although, you know, I will say my brother called me and said, I heard I'm going to be an uncle. But there was a tiny little question in the word uncle, because he didn't know. But I mean, he's not going to read it on a tabloid magazine.
No,
I would
Craig,
tell him.
my assistant asked if I was keeping something from him because it's so prevalent that everyone assumes we really are having a baby and we're just not sharing it. So we might be having a baby and we're just not sharing
And
it.
this is just one big act
Yeah,
right now?
yeah.
That'd be pretty clever of us.
Right, but we're not having a baby.
we're not. No.
Or are we? No, we're not.
No.
Okay, so these are some questions from viewers because
Okay.
they want to ask you. Lauren O'Brien from Atlanta, Georgia, wants to know if we work out together.
We walk together. We walk in Santa Barbara a lot. We do a lot of hiking, which is really nice because we can get to chat and walk. And
Yes.
It's much harder to work out together and walk around our neighborhood because there are tour buses everywhere. So
you know, it'd be kind of weird for
But it's
us
nice.
to
We've
walk
we've
by.
stopped and taken pictures, and the tour buses stopped.
We
and
have.
We've been friendly with the tour buses.
We have it. Actually, the other day I was driving home and I could see where we live. Where I was at the light, and there was a tour bus, and I could hear Degenerous. So I thought, I wonder what they're saying. So I rolled down the window, and over the PA, that loudspeaker thing, the guy driving said, "Is that you, Portia?" Like he could see straight through them. And I was like, yeah, it is. And he said, I was just saying that Ellen owns that building, which we don't, but it was just hilarious.
So now they think we own the building? We don't just live in it? We own the building?
Now we own a building.
Wow.
Which is great.
Should collect rent from those
I know.
people.
That's really embarrassing, though.
Gwen Ragland from Spokane, Washington wants to know which one of us is a better driver, and I think we both know.
Well, here's the thing. If you ever let me drive,
I
I think that you would discover that I am actually the better driver.
I have let you.
She drives so fast. I can't even tell you.
I drive fast, but very safely.
Yes. She's a very good driver, but not everybody else on the road is
That's
as
why
good
I'm
as you,
always
and
looking at other people to make sure they see that I'm coming.
So frightening.
I drive very, very safe. I'm always looking in front of me. I'm checking mirrors.
If you ever are on the freeway and you think you see something shoot by you, it's her.
No.
I'm telling you.
That is
So fast.
that's not true. It's just
a
compared
good
to how
driver.
slow you drive, you think that feels fast. Be honest.
I do drive
you're good
very
at-
slowly. I drive like a granny.
You drive slow, and you can only do one thing at a time. You can only focus on driving. So that's why.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Yes, it's true. I'm not a great multitasker.
You know when I've let you drive is when I'm sick. Remember?
That's true. Sick and grumpy about being sick.
Yeah.
It's not a good
Well,
combination.
no one wants to be sick.
No.
Of course you're grumpy.
Terrible.
Laura Zeskley from, see, these are the, you know how I'm always struggling? Where is this in Hungary? Say that word. Say that word. Magia Raggiris, Hungary. She wants to know how you're enjoying Twitter.
Oh, I love Twitter.
You just joined Twitter.
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago I joined Twitter. And the first week, I just had my head in my phone. Like I couldn't do anything other than be on Twitter. I actually refer to it as the week I lost to Twitter. Was the first week. But so I'm calming down a little bit now, but the first couple of days were so exciting because I got some followers like straight off the bat, which was great. And remember when I told you that first weekend, I said, baby, I've got 32,000 followers. You know what you said to me? Do you remember?
I think I do.
Yeah, you said, oh, that's great, honey. I have 32 million.
Guess how many I have now?
I don't know, 0.8, 32?
33 million.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I
you've gone
have
up
70
too.
now.
Now you have 70,000.
Maybe 0.1.
So that's good. People should follow Portia because she's funny and clever, and you.
And I tweet out photos of her when she's not looking.
You're constantly taking pictures of me. I turn around and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And you're tweeting out pictures of my back.
It's true.
All right.
Check my last tweet.
We're gonna.
It's her back.
Oh, did you take another one of my back?
No, just the one.
Okay. All right, so we're going to take a break, and the last question is just Samantha from Highland, New York said, are you enjoying Scandal? You're loving Scandal.
Loving
Well, can I just say, because people get really into these characters, and she's the sweetest, nicest person that you'll ever meet. Don't get mad at her, because it turns out she's going to be evil. I think she's going to be, like, I think they're making you out to be a really bad person, and I don't want people to confuse the character. You're the sweetest, most adorable, charming person I know.
Well,
and don't hate on her, because if I didn't know her, I'd be so mad at her. I think you're going to ruin.
Oh, you're going to get madder too.
You're going to ruin everything.
Yeah.
All right, we did a very serious interview, and we'll show that after this. We're back with my lovely wife, Portia de Rossi. Tell me, what do you want to say
No,
about
I
Scandal?
just wanted to talk more about Scandal, but just that I'm having so much fun and that my character, although people think I'm really evil, I haven't murdered anyone, I haven't tortured them, I haven't pulled out their teeth.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's some people on there that are
the moral high ground, very low
Yeah.
on that show, and yet people hate me for setting up a guy with a hooker.
Yeah.
That's all I've done.
Yeah.
That's all I've done.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Compared to what other people have done, you have not done.
Thank you. That's
but
all I
That's
would have
all
to
we
say.
know right now. All right. This is fun and all good, but we actually taped a pretty hard-hitting, no-holds-barred interview earlier, and I wanted everyone to see that. Thank you for agreeing to doing this. It is a serious interview, so don't expect any special treatment because you're my wife, okay?
Sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Portia de Rossi, am I saying that right?
Yes, you are.
Great, great. Obviously, we're connected.
Sure.
I mean, we're married. We've been married almost 10 years now, right?
No, but
Well, married 6, together 10.
together for almost 10 years.
Yes. So we know each other pretty well.
I hope so. Yeah.
So we know what each other is thinking. So on the count of 3, we're going to say what we're thinking, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Pumpkin pie. Yes.
Pumpkin pie.
Right. See?
Yep.
You were born cross-eyed. How did you get over that?
I wasn't
Oh,
born cross-eyed.
I have the wrong information. I am so sorry. That's Ellen Pompeo. I am sorry. You were wonderful in Ally McBeal. The year 1997 through 2002. How did they get the baby to dance?
It wasn't a real baby.
But how did they get the real baby to dance?
There was actually no baby. It was like an effect, like a special effect. Of
The baby
visual.
was affected.
No, the baby itself wasn't real. It was like a fantasy that Ally McBeal would have, and it was a special effect.
Okay. Do you remember the dance? Can you show us that dance?
It's kind of like a side to side.
It's adorable.
thing.
It's adorable. Speaking of babies, I have to ask you.
Okay.
Are you more into baby goats or baby pandas?
I'll take baby goats.
Me too. Baby goats. Although baby pandas, you can't deny. They're adorable.
Well, they'd be amazing.
They're adorable.
Sweet. Yeah.
But the baby goats, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
You started as a model, and now you're married to a cover girl. Tell me about that.
I have good taste.
The name of your book, which is very personal, it's a very, very personal story,
Yes.
is Unbearable Lightness.
Yes.
Why do you leave your socks by the edge of the bed all the time? You know how you just take things off at night and then just leave them on the edge of the bed? Your nightgown or socks or something like that?
Well, because then I'd have to walk back to the closet after I took my socks off before.
Question. Here's the reason I got you here.
Yes.
Who's the next person to die on Scandal? You don't have to tell me. You don't have to. If it's going to be Cyrus, just blink.
Oh boy.
That was a blink.
No, I don't know.
Cyrus,
Not Cyrus.
you heard it here. Cyrus will die on Scandal. Portia de Rossi has just revealed in an exclusive interview that Cyrus will now die on Scandal.
No,
The
please,
blink.
no.
Thank you because you didn't say anything. She didn't tell me that it. Thank you so much for being here. It's been wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
Well,
it's been great.
It was wonderful having you. It's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's nice to sit down and have a real interview with you.
Thank you. I'm supposed to have the last word because it's my interview. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you. That's Portia de Rossi.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for being here when I invited you. Wonderful. Thank you. Portia de Rossi.
Thanks. I've had a great time. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful sitting with you. Thank you, Portia. Thank you. Scandal airs Thursdays at 9 on ABC. A little later in the show, Portia has offered to be in the dunk tank, so I'm going to dunk her a little later in the show. We'll be back. So all month long, we've been partnering with Ulta Beauty to raise awareness for breast cancer research. For every person that gets dunked, they will donate $10,000 today. That person is going to be my lovely wife, Portia de Rossi. It's your idea. It was your idea. That was really sweet of you.
It was my idea.
It was your
Yes,
idea.
It was, and now I'm really regretting that.
All right. Yeah, but you're going to just tweet out you got to picture yourself, so good. All right, it's going to be hard for me to do, but it's a good cause. So here we go. All right, ready? Oh no. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another. Bye-bye. Oh,
well, hi.
I love that you come visit me randomly like this.
I know, I just dropped by.
It's so good to catch up with you and see what's new in your life and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
good.
doing good.
That's
I'm
great.
doing really good.
Good.
I noticed you didn't dance on the way out. It's so funny that people don't understand what a dancer you are, and I would think that you would dance on your way out.
Well, I'm actually very similar to Ditto. I had the same routine plan, whatever she did first, so.
I don't think the kids call it a routine anymore, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know. Yeah. Actually, I'm one of these people who thinks that I don't like to dance, but then I get to a wedding or something and I go crazy.
You sure do.
I lose my mind.
We talked about it. We have been we went to Jen and Justin's wedding.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of dancing that night.
Well, I mean, you dragged me onto the floor pretty much. No, you did.
No.
You always do.
No.
And I'm like, oh God, if I have to. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, where'd you go?
Yeah. I look over at one point and she's got her shoe. You're barefoot on the dance floor and.
Yeah, I'm like that maniac that jumps around and like runs from end to end and.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. And you were actually sore the next day. That's how much you were dancing. You told me that your legs were sore.
Well, I mean, it's like doing 2,000 squats in heels, you know.
Is it?
When you do it properly.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
People, you know, I shared the trip to Africa. We went on safari, and I just showed a little tiny bit of it on the show, and we have been lots of requests like, show us more. We want to know what happened in Africa. But what I don't know if I told everyone, it was actually a surprise. It was a gift from you.
Well, all I'd ever heard was that you always wanted to get to Africa and you never managed to get yourself there. So I figured that in order for you to get over the idea that it's a 20-hour flight and that I had to just give you no choice and basically just trick you. And I paid for it fully before I even told her about it and organized everything and invited 3 of our closest friends. And I gave it to her as a surprise on our 10th anniversary.
Yep, it was really sweet.
I know.
Sweet.
Aren't I a good wife?
It was really sweet.
Yeah, it was good.
I drove home from work and I drive up and I hear drumming coming from our house.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of transformed the whole courtyard into like an African jungle, and I brought in what I thought was a 3-piece African band. Only the drummer showed up, but it was still a good surprise. And then our pals who went with us.
It was
there
really
too.
sweet. She's always taking pictures of me, and I'm always taking pictures of her. This is one that you took. I actually really love this picture. She took a picture of Charlie, my cat that I'm in love with. I was laying out on the lounge chair, and she decided to shield my eyes from the sun.
Yes.
Because I took my hat off, and it was really sweet of her. So Portia took that picture.
Yeah, because she's so helpful and never annoying. I mean, this cat like wakes you up all night long, meowing in your face.
She's vocal. She's a vocal
very
cat.
vocal, and she scratches to get under the covers.
What she likes to do is she needs to have me spoon her. So until I lift the covers up and she gets right in there, she will not be happy. So she's like, meow, in my face.
And mine. All night long.
Right, but you wouldn't mind it if Augie did that to you because you're in love with Augie.
Well, but Augie, I mean, he's perfect and. Look at him.
And look at Charlie. You're ignoring her and hugging him.
But he's and he snores, but just very lightly.
He snores and he sleeps with his tongue hanging out of his mouth too.
Yes,
it's
he
really
does.
cute. So here's what I do, and I take pictures of Portia all the time because you know she's pretty, and so I'll just look over and I have my phone and I'll just go, oh, that's a good picture. You're just pretty, and I'll just take a picture. But sometimes she has hair, because her hair is very, very thick, so there are hairstyles that occur that I just go, I have to take a picture of this. So I'm gonna show a bunch of this is the first one I'd like to share. That's I think we're hiking right there. All right, here's another one. Look at that.
Oh my God!
That's just waking up in the morning because I guess it was a night before you had a style or something. All right, here's another one. That's the back of her head.
Post-massage,
That's
guys.
post-massage. Look at the front. That's the back. There's the front. All right, so come on. There's more. Here's another one. I mean, she's just sitting there. I have to take a picture when she has no idea her hair looks like that. What else do I have? You were sick. No, you were sick there. You can tell.
That's awful.
You were sick. And then that was in Africa.
Well, I didn't have a hat.
But then you like to do that a lot. I took another picture, and you always like to cover your head, and it's cute.
Well,
and then the last one I have is you were bored. That's
Okay,
actually a
I can
necklace.
explain that. It was a necklace around and I put it on my face because it relaxed me.
No, because you were bored.
Because I was bored.
I just walked in the room and she's laying like that. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm bored." And I'm like, "So you just put your necklace on your?" So.
By the way, it's like I am just sitting on a sofa watching TV and I see this phone just kind of.
Yep.
I mean, she takes pictures constantly.
And it came in handy. Look at that.
For
Everyone
you.
enjoyed it. Okay.
You know there's something called Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll get you back.
Bring it on.
I swear to God.
Bring it on.
I can't believe that.
All right. So we thought it would be fun because, we've been together 11 years. It seems like we should know each other well enough, but we're going to play something called the Not So Newlywed Game, and we have a surprise couple that is going to play with us, and we'll be back and play that game after this. We're back with my lovely wife, Portia de Rossi, and we didn't really talk about Scandal. You're now, hopefully, if you're not caught up, it's shame on you. But, so you're
I'm chief of staff.
You're the new chief of staff.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's honestly the best season yet. It's so exciting, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.
And I'm still a fan, so I don't want to know what's going on. So she comes home and she's like, "Oh, you wouldn't believe what's happening now." And but it starts this week, so it's very exciting.
Yeah,
like
it's awesome.
Tomorrow night or something like that. Okay, we just celebrated our 7th wedding anniversary, so we thought we would see how well we know each other and play the Not So Newlywed Game. All right. But first, let's meet our competition. Please welcome the hilarious Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone. You might not.
Yeah.
She's already nervous about it. She said, "I don't know how we're going to do," because we filled all this out separately backstage. How long have you two been together?
It'll be 10 years this year.
Yep.
Married or together?
Married 10
Married
together.
10 together.
What, like 17?
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all have a little bit of time on us. So you should really know each other.
Highly confident.
All right. I can't wait. So we'll see. Twitch, come on out here. Twitch is going to host this thing for us. For it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I don't know
It's
if
a
you
good
should
look.
change back. That's
It's
a good
look.
Oh, good.
That's good.
That's
Okay.
good.
Well, earlier we asked you a series of questions to see how well you know each other. So now we're going to see how well you know each other. Okay? So for you get a point every time your answers match. Y'all ready to play?
We are.
Excellent. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Melissa.
Okay.
If Ben could describe you in one word, what would it be?
I said chatty.
Okay.
I said lovely and amazing, but it was cute.
And then And that gets a... All right,
Okay.
we'll get it back.
Okay.
We'll get it back.
No problem.
Ben, what word would Melissa use to describe you?
What did I say? Good enough.
Kind.
Fine.
Aww.
And still, I love kind gets a, no, get out.
They just pull you out. Yeah, you just,
Okay,
I go up
okay.
on a harness.
wheeling
Y'all are
back.
still in the game. You're still in the game. Okay. Portia,
Yeah.
name a celebrity other than you that Ellen has a crush on.
Easy.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Well, but I was just joking about this the other day.
Oh, man.
I was going to say, be careful.
Things
I know a
change.
lot of celebrities.
Things change. Ellen, what celebrity does Portia have a crush on?
Oh, this is very easy.
It's so easy. You better. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Is
Yes?
that
A match?
Jonathan Rhys Meyers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
We're doing good.
Okay.
I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it. He kind of looks like a girl.
Okay.
Sweet time.
And I have a, anyway, go on.
All right, Ben. Ready?
Okay.
Ben, what other celebrity does Melissa think you have a crush on?
It's creepy and it's no longer true, but I think she's going to say Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, I did, and then I switched it.
So I'm what? Who? What? I said creepy.
Oh, that's what you- I
Creepy
was like
and it's
that.
no longer.
Tom Hanks. Okay.
Who did you
Oh,
tell me?
I do have a
Who
crush.
did you say, Ben?
That's actually really true.
Oh, yeah.
Creepy.
I think your true crush is Tom Hanks.
Yeah, actually, I do have a crush on Tom Hanks.
Okay. Ellen,
Yes.
what candy would Portia choose to describe your love life? Starburst, Good and Plenty, Hot Tamales, Mounds, or O. Henry?
They would all apply. But,
Well, yeah.
but I'm going to say hot tamale.
Damn it.
Uh-oh, what'd you say?
O. Henry. O. Henry.
I don't even know what that means.
I didn't either, but I just thought it was the funniest one, and you always go for the joke.
No, not when I'm competitive, I don't.
I see.
All right.
Okay. Before I was married, I used to blank, but now I blank.
I said, only really hit on gay men. Now I married the right one. Really true.
Oh, what did you say? I said she used to go to dinner late at night. Now she goes to dinner at 4 p.m.
Also true.
Also true.
That could apply to me. I like to eat early.
Okay, Ellen,
Yep.
where did you share your first kiss?
Oh, this is very easy.
In the back of a limo. Very nice.
That's nice.
Very nice.
I don't think we've gotten any right yet.
It's okay.
No, you've got
Well,
zero.
Yeah, you got zero, but y'all are,
17
you look
years,
lovely.
guys.
Yes. That is the end of the game. You look lovely, no points, but you're beautiful couple.
Is that the end of the game?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
yes,
sad.
that's
All
it.
right.
Yep.
Well played. Well played.
Wonderful.
That's it.
Don't miss the season premiere of Scandal tomorrow at 9 on ABC. And Melissa and Ben are going to stick around. We're going to chat over there in a minute.
Lovely.
She's chatty. That's why. All right. So Portia was the guinea pig. I said, you try it first.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
So he came to the house. I wasn't home. You didn't know where you were going.
No clue.
And then you saw Portia.
I about fainted.
Yeah. That's how I feel every time I see her.
Sweet.
So anyway, what was like? We're going to show you the tape in a minute, but what you've been wanting to do this for a while because your dad.
Well, yes, my dad passed away when I was 9, and there are actually a lot of dead people in my life. A lot of my family members have passed, and I like to keep them really close to me, and I like to ask them advice and talk to them and kind of keep them fresh in my mind. So I thought maybe Tyler could make a better, stronger connection, and hopefully, I would hope my dad would come through. So.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this morning, Tyler did a reading with me, and he told me something that was probably one of the most important, profound things, and it's very, very personal, so I'm not sharing it, but he kind of just changed my life. There was a message that came through that was really important for me to hear, and it was amazing, and I thank you for that. That was a beautiful thing, and I needed to hear that. So, thank you. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to show you Portia's reading. We'll be right back. All right. We're back with my wife, Portia de Rossi, and the Hollywood medium, Tyler Henry. And so Tyler came to our house last week, and here's what happened.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too.
So basically what I'll do is I'll probably hold onto an object if you've brought one.
Yes, I have two.
Okay.
Would you like both?
Sure, I'll hold on to both. Thank you. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna scribble. We'll see what comes out.
Okay.
We'll go from there. Wow. Okay. So really quickly, just to make sure, immediately as I'm sitting down, I'm getting a reference to Margaret. And this keeps coming through over and over and over again. It's M-A-R, keeps coming through.
That's my mom.
That would be your mother?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I have a man who's coming through who's showing me R-O. And that to me is not a full name, but is a way of conveying a part of a name.
My dad's name was Barry Rogers.
Okay. Any birthdays in June?
Yeah, his.
His. And then I feel like I have to talk about a heart susceptibility on your dad's side of family.
Yep.
And he's kind of warning the family, being like, okay, guys, get checked because when this happens quick and out of nowhere.
Yes, he died of a heart attack very quickly.
He's acknowledging that in the morning that when he woke up, he's having me acknowledge saying goodbye. And it's almost a feeling of like, had I known that this would be the last goodbye, I would have held you. And the feeling is almost like, I'm so sorry that I didn't get that goodbye, because I feel like it's like, oh, the day's starting off just like any other day, and it just happens quick. This is kind of weird. Someone goes by Mandy? But it doesn't make any sense to me.
That's what my dad called me. I was born Amanda Rogers, and I changed my name when I was young, and my dad called me Mandy. He was the only one who called me Mandy.
Immediately he's having me come through and acknowledge, I'm gonna have to get through this.
Wait.
Oh.
I'm ready.
Yep, all right. He is having me come through and bring a body image, self-image, and he's giving me the thumbs up with this. And this is coming through basically as a way of saying that if someone, has developed a stronger sense of self-esteem, if someone has overcame body image problems, sometimes that can be the way that they'll refer to this, but he's basically coming through and saying, like, I'm proud of you where you are right now, and I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you to the fullest extent when you were going through this, whatever this is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I suffered from anorexia when I was young.
Because his acknowledgement with this is a feeling of like just being so happy that you were able to overcome this. And he comes through and acknowledges that he feels like he has a deeper understanding from his perspective of what that entails. Now, there's a lot that's gonna come through with this. I feel like I have to talk about your mother.
Okay.
He's having me talk about the two girls. So do you know where the two girls within family that he'd be referring to?
My mom and her sister.
Her sister.
Her sister Gwen.
I'm not worried about your mom. I'm focusing on Aunt. And for whatever reason, your dad is placing them very separately. See, Mom over here and Aunt over here.
She passed.
She passed, okay.
Recently.
You know what's strange? Around the time of her sister's passing, it actually happened at a really poor time just within family, because there's an acknowledgement of this either happening on or around a significant date. It's like if someone dies on someone's birthday or a holiday or something significant, the feeling is like, I don't want to tarnish this. Does that make any sense?
Okay, my grandmother, my grandfather, and my aunt all died on the same day.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Dad comes through and acknowledges where I'm at, this feels like home. And then there's also a reference, oddly, to a dog actually seeing Dad, or a dog interacting with Dad, but the dog is clearly connecting.
Okay,
sensing?
so this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I put my poodle down, Mabel, last year, and I was there for the final moments, and I put my hands on her, and I felt a rush of energy go through her, and I immediately saw her on a beach galloping toward my dad. But it just made me laugh because he never had a dog in life, and I didn't know if he would like a standard poodle, but he's got one now.
Wow, I love it.
Thank you, Tyler. That was incredible.
It's been amazing. Sweet.
It's the poodle.
Yeah,
you see.
it's the poodle.
It's
I know.
the poodle.
I know. And also, you say things. Sometimes you said people are like, no, and then later on, like you kept saying, and I wasn't there that day.
I'm so sorry, by the way. Did you hear about? So Tyler kept saying to me, a dog fell in a pool. Right. I was like, no. And of course, the minute that you left, Brandon, my assistant, came out and said, Wolf fell in the pool and Ellen got him out. And I completely forgot about that. Anyway, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you were right.
I know you're wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But you were right. Yeah. You were really amazing. Thank you so much for just
making
having
us cry.
Yes, making us cry
Thank
and
you.
having the talent. Check out the season finale of Hollywood Medium next Wednesday at 8 on E. We'll be right back. Okay, I was wondering why you weren't over there, and I don't know why you're here because you can't talk. You don't have a voice.
I can't talk. Actually, this is your birthday gift, a sexy voice. So I am here to give you your gift. Oh my gosh, I really can't talk. So it's your 60th birthday, and this gift had to be really special, and it had to represent who you are and what you really care about, not just now, but what you've always cared about, what you were influenced by, and what has made you the amazing person that you are today. So I combined that and questions when we first met, like, who's your idol? And what would you do if you weren't a talk show host? So I combined that with the fact that literally, guys, for like the last 2 years, Ellen has said to me, I feel like I'm not doing enough. Every day, almost. So I put all that together, and I got you this gift. So let's see it. Happy birthday.
When people ask my wife, who is the person, living or dead, you most want to interview, her answer is always Dian Fossey. Ellen remembers reading National Geographic at home as a little girl and remembers Dian on the cover of the January 1970 magazine. Ellen was struck by Dian's dedication to animals, her mind, and her bravery. Ellen read how in 1967, Dian Fossey set up a camp she called Karasoke in the Virunga Mountains in Rwanda. This is where Dian began studying several dozen gorillas, and at that time, Dian was alone in protecting them. Fast forward 18 years, and the world was sad to learn that Dian was murdered in 1985 in her cabin at Karasoke. Most of us know Dian's work from her book Gorillas in the Mist, which is legendary and carried on her story. Her story is also carried on through the work of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund. The Fossey Fund exists to ensure the survival and thriving of wild gorillas in close partnership with the government of Rwanda. But unfortunately, today there are only 880 mountain gorillas alive on Earth. Thus, the work of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund remains vitally important to ensuring their future. In Gorillas in the Mist, Dian wrote, "Little did I know then that by setting up 2 small tents in the wilderness of the Virungas, I had launched the beginnings of what was to become an internationally renowned research station, eventually to be utilized by students and scientists from many countries." So for your birthday, Ellen, I am bringing you and your hero Dian together by building the Ellen DeGeneres campus of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund. Ellen, you will carry on Dian's legacy by giving them a permanent home in Rwanda. Now, you will join Dian as a protector and champion of these amazing animals, the mountain gorillas. Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday. Cry. But that's not all.
Oh my God.
So, in summer.
Is this in Burbank? Where is it?
Well, that's the thing. So, it'll be a most incredible center for tourism, education, and for further scientific research. So, here's actually kind of the best bit. I have also set up a foundation in your name called the Ellen DeGeneres Wildlife Fund. So this is the first initiative for the fund, but you can take this and do whatever you want with it. You've done amazing work for elephants, and you can just continue and support whatever you want to do.
It's the best gift. I've always said, and when we got married, Portia's line was, "It's good to be loved. It's profound to be understood." And she understands me because that is the best gift that anybody could have given me. So I love you. We'll be back. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good, thanks.
Great.
How
Good
are
to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. I mean, I saw you this morning and stuff. But,
Right, yes.
But the last
Yes.
time you were on the program, you surprised me for my birthday.
Yes, I did.
Which I was completely surprised. You kept that a secret for how long?
About 5, 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah. And it was so hard too, because she's really observant, not nosy, just observant.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, it was really quite a feat to pull that off, actually.
Yes, so she, as you know, I've talked about it a lot, and I'll never stop talking about it. I am building the Ellen DeGeneres campus in Rwanda to save the mountain gorillas in Rwanda. And so that is what she's doing. And
I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to know what to get you, right? So I thought that that would be a good gift.
It was a good gift because she remembered that Diane Fossey meant a lot to me when I was growing up, and I wanted to live in Africa and help save the gorillas that like Diane did. And then at one point towards the end, closer to the birthday, you kept saying you really have no idea what I'm getting you, and I was like, I had no idea. And Portia said, how much is too much to spend for your birthday? And
yeah, it was a little bit of a worry because it's not like a watch or something like that. It was a sizable
we have to raise,
that I made.
We have to raise $10 million to build this foundation.
It could be a little too much.
Right, and it's amazing. And then we went and we're leaving in a week to go to Africa, so we had to get all these shots because you can apparently die.
Yes, and the doctor listed all the ways in which we could die.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm like, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
We're getting on a plane
$10 million, please, on a plane for 30 hours, and you can die in all these ways.
In all these different ways.
Yeah.
We have to like spray our clothes and soak them so things don't get to us and kill us. And yeah,
It'll be fun.
It's going to be
You'll
fun.
love it. You'll love it.
It will be fun.
You're gonna love it.
Yes, I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
By the way, while I was doing all of this, I also was planning her birthday, and I need to say this on the air. So it was up to me to do the guest list, and I may have left a couple of very important people off of the guest. It's my fault. Okay,
Good.
that's what I want to say.
Thank you.
Sorry, Jane Fonda.
Yeah. There were a couple of people that were so
She's
mad.
Like my idol, and I forgot her. Heidi Klum, you make the best swimsuits ever. Thank you for. I'm so sorry.
I know.
Mario.
There were a lot of people that are coming up to me going, I heard your birthday party was good, and I'm like,
not her fault.
She did it.
My fault.
I didn't know. But so and also you aren't a big fan of doing press and talk shows, so thank you for being here. She really doesn't. She has. That's why she actually quit acting. You decided you didn't want to do anything more with acting, and you got off of Scandal.
Yes, so I was approaching 45, and I just kind
aging out.
Aging out. Thank you. Yes, but I just kind of was wondering, is there something that I could tackle now that I've never done before that would be really challenging and different? And I kind of knew what acting would look like for me for the next 10, 20 years. So I decided to quit and start a business. So
we'll talk about that in a minute. But you're here because you said you were going to quit, but then you didn't. You went back to Arrested Development, and here you are.
So I made this decision about 18 months ago. Shonda Rhimes wrote me off Scandal. It was fine. I called Mitch Hurwitz, who's the creator of Arrested Development, and I said, if there is a season 5, I won't be doing it because I quit acting. And he seemed really understanding, and he totally got it. We had a great conversation, and then he wrote me into 5 episodes. Don't know how it happened, but yes, I am on season 5.
So now you're doing, Arrested Development. Twitch is a huge fan. He's
Honestly, I'm really excited that you're coming back because Lindsay and Tobias are so hilarious, and I can't wait for the season to start. But I also wanted to say that the people from Arrested Development love you all and know that you're heading off to a trip to Rwanda for such a great cause. And in honor of that, they're going to present a check to the Ellen DeGeneres Wildlife Fund for $50,000.
What?
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
Thank you, Arrested Development. Wow, that is so generous. I can't believe that.
No, what it means is they want you to do season 6.
Season 6.
Yeah.
I'm yours. Look,
That's
blue
what
is
this,
always a blue,
but
I say.
wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, everybody from Arrested Development. That is incredible. The first 8 episodes, it's really hilarious too. That show is so smart.
It's brilliant.
And whenever we go anywhere, people are a huge fan. So I'm glad you did it. But when we come back, we're going to talk about why you quit acting and what you're doing. But the first 8 episodes of season 5 of Arrested Development will be available May 29th on Netflix. And we'll be back and talk about her new business. And that's her new company. This is my wife, Portia de Rossi. And Portia studied art in college. That's what you're...
Yes, I studied art at school, been a huge art lover my whole life. And I've always been interested in business, so I thought that I would start an art curation and publishing company, which I call General Public. And we print paintings, basically. So rather than the traditional flat print that kind of looks like a poster, we print with all the texture and articulation that's in the original painting. So it's actually very hard to tell the difference between a cinemagraph, which is our print, and an original painting.
Like impossible, you can't tell. It's 3D. There's the texture of the art. And she has a website, generalpublic.art, that you can go on and buy art. And it's obviously artists. What's great about it too is that she's helping. That's a beautiful piece that she's selling. There are artists all over the world that are struggling, and they're amazing artists, and they sell one piece and that's it.
Yeah.
But what she's doing is she buys the piece, she copies it, it's available for sale, and this artist gets royalties. They get a payment every single time someone buys a piece of art. So she's helping.
You know, being an artist myself, I've seen technology change art form and how, you know, it relates to people. And painting just seemed like it was still kind of really archaic in that, you know, the painter spends so much time creating one piece and then they sell it to one person. So this kind of enables them to make more sales. So we say support artists, not art, which is our motto.
So, and what's great about it is right away everybody in the art world has been interested. So, like I said, she can't just print anything. She has to have permission from the artist. But RH Modern, which you keep saying everyone knows what RH Modern is.
Restoration Hardware.
Right. Restoration Hardware Modern has her line. It's available now. You can go on catalog or go in the stores. That piece that is on the set right now, that is available at RH Modern, which is fantastic. I just saw that for the first time today. But like in your close-up, and the texture is amazing. And then we have a little video that RH Modern has put out. And so the stuff that's available at Restoration Hardware Modern is different than what's available on her website. So they're 2 different styles, modern and more. Anyway, let's look at a tiny. I'm just so proud of her. She's worked so hard on this, and she's so talented and has created something that's really, really special. So here's a little piece of what's on Restoration Hardware Modern website.
Our goal is to take one artist's work, to scan it, and then reproduce it as closely as possible to the original. And we did it.
Capturing all the brushstrokes, bringing all of the texture there,
and experiencing a painting as it was painted.
And it elicits that feeling, that emotion that you get when you look at an original work of art.
So not just one person can own it, but as many people who want to own it can own it and enjoy it the way it was intended. I hope you're rolling, because this is gold.
This is good.
Good.
This is good.
Right? So,
Yeah, RH have been amazing partners, actually. They saw the technology and they saw the need for it in the market, and they've really supported us. So it's really exciting.
And I just think it's amazing too, because all you've known your entire life is acting. That's all you've known. And you took a chance and you decided, I'm going to try a whole new thing that I've never done, and you've worked hard to learn the business part of it. And
you know, I see a lot of women in their mid-40s kind of thinking about the next stage of their lives, and I just didn't want to regret not trying something. So it's good, and thanks for your support.
I'm proud of you. I think it's amazing. She's smart as can be and easy on the eyes. And but seriously, I think it's such a great business, and the art is amazing. If you're looking for some art, whether it's for your home or business or anything, go to our website and you can learn more about Portia's company, General Public, and you can go to her website and buy it.
Thanks, wife.
I just love you. All right, we'll be back.
Hi, everyone. Gosh, it's so nice to be on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually you're over there by Mary with the rash.
Mary.
Yep. Hi.
Hi.
So you're not jet lagged anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
What day is it? I don't know.
I know. She got back. So we'll talk about that in a minute. You were like on a plane for like 70 hours.
Well, I think it was about 55 hours actually flying to be in Rwanda for a day and a half.
Yeah, because I had to work and someone had to be there for the groundbreaking. So that's what you get for giving me that gift.
That's it.
So that was my 60th birthday, and then in January, just last month, I turned 61. And what'd you get me? Tell everybody what you got me.
Gardening tools.
That's right.
But she likes to garden.
I do. All right, so when we went before for my birthday, the trip was incredible, and hiking up a mountain to see gorillas is just, it's incredible, but you have to look for them because it's a jungle and it's a mountain and you have to find them. And it was just pouring down, raining, and it was muddy and we're sinking down. It was just, this is us last year, and you're just trying to find a path, and we're sinking into it, but down to our knees.
It rains in Rwanda.
Yeah,
That's why it's so beautiful, but it was so wet.
It was miserable. That's us.
Yeah.
And let's show a picture of you going just last week and what you had to go through, you poor thing.
Let's do it.
Yep. Bright sunshine, flat land. No, it was unbelievable. You were there.
It was incredible, I have to say. And everybody that was with me saying, should we just kind of not tell Ellen how great it was, play it down? I was like, hell no, let's play it up.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you have to experience that day, that kind of weather. I mean, the topography was so beautiful, walking through bamboo, everything was gorgeous. So you just have to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, come on. And this is her seeing them. This is not footage we found from the National Geographic. This is like, you were like, how close to that baby?
I mean, a little baby at one point started just waddling over to me, and I just wanted to pick it up and kiss it on its fuzzy head. I'm obsessed with baby gorillas. I just love them.
But look at those gorillas.
So
they look
close.
like they had a blowout. They have
I know.
Like conditioner on their hair. I saw different gorillas that were just sitting there shivering, soaking wet, not happy.
Yeah, it was
That's what you saw.
sunshine
And you were scared.
playful.
The first time we saw them when we went, we were a little scared because the adults are huge.
Yeah, well, you don't know what to expect, and
Right.
people tell you certain things like don't look them in the eyes and
don't point.
Don't point. The first thing I did was look at that. But they're quite magnificent creatures and huge. This time, I was just praying that one of them would come up very close to me and push me down, because they don't want to push you down. They just want to eat whatever's behind you. And, one of the females came so close to me, I just stood my ground. I thought, please push me, please push me.
Yeah.
I want a gorilla hand on me, because you're not supposed to touch them, obviously, because of disease transference.
But they basically will just bump into you on their way past you. It's really a life-changing experience. If I hope, and especially once the campus is built, I hope everybody has a chance to go to Rwanda and experience this. Tell everybody about the groundbreaking.
So it was an incredible experience. I mean, I just couldn't believe the feeling of gratitude, which was really overwhelming for me. Not just from people that are going to directly benefit, but just the entire area, because there are 1,500 jobs that'll be created, millions of dollars will go into the economy because of your campus, and it was a really special, pretty overwhelming moment.
Yeah, it was amazing because, the reason she gave me this gift is because I've always loved what Diane Fossey did when I was growing up. I knew who she was, I knew what she did, and I love animals, and mountain gorillas are just incredible, intelligent creatures. But then we went to Rwanda and we fell in love with the people of the country, because the people are happy and friendly, and it's a beautiful country. That is what Diane Fossey has now, and then what we're building.
That's what we're building.
That's what we're building, which will be
the permanent home.
So,
yeah,
beautiful. All right. So I was very jealous because obviously I'm working and I couldn't go, so I had to send you, and I appreciate it very much. And you didn't miss a lot. I went to Jen
Jen's
Aniston's
party.
birthday party, but that was not anything.
Jen's 50th. You had some folks over too.
Yeah, I had some people at the house. But anyway, the point that I was
just partying basically
well,
while I was over there.
Yeah.
It's fine though.
Exactly.
It's totally fine.
Thank you. All right. All right, we're gonna look back at the last year and what's happened with the fund since she gave this to me. We'll be right back. So it shows you what an idea can do. This is Portia's idea for my birthday and it was just a thought, and now a year later we have raised $5.9 million, which is incredible. Incredible. Really. We have a long way to go. We have a lot more to raise, and we will continue to do that in a lot of different creative ways. But I want to thank Ripple, of course. I want to thank everyone who's made donations, and especially when teachers are sending in, $100 from the kids being aware of how important this is, and so every little bit helps. So thank you so much, everybody who has donated to the fund and is a part of this.
Thank you.
We made these adorable little, and we sell them here in the Ellen shop and online. We made these little gorillas, and so they're for sale. But if you make a $500 donation or more, you can do more, we will send you this adorable little gorilla. And a lot of people are saying that they get one, and then somebody else wants it, so then they have to donate another $500 because they want their own gorilla.
Well, that's my gorilla.
I know this is yours. You took it with you. I took it with me. I'm holding it. I'm so sorry.
First of all, it's hoodie up or down. I took this gorilla with me. His name is Old Goat because one of Diane Fossey's gorillas was called Old Goat. So he actually was the gorilla that went hiking with me up to see his kin. So yes,
you slept with it every night.
I may have slept with it.
She would send me pictures of her in bed with it. Anyway, my idea is, and you have to. I know I've asked you this, and you said no, but
I said no.
My idea is that we both sign it because it's a really special gorilla, and we're going to auction it off, and then you have this gorilla with our names on it, the one that went to Rwanda to see all the other gorillas. It's
heartbreaking.
Yeah, I know, but it's important.
It's very important. Yeah. I will do anything for the Ellen Fund.
All right, so we're going to sign it.
Including give away Old Goats.
All right. You're going to sign first. All right, so sign it and I'll sign it, and then we'll auction it off and see what we can. So to find out more about information about the Ellen Fund, go to our website, Ellen Fund, or our website here. We'll be right back. Hi.
Hi.
What do you want to talk about?
Really? Well, you, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about stuff.
Okay. Talk about stuff.
Like what?
Well, let's see. Well, I know you better than anyone. I think you'd agree.
Yes, you do. You know me better than anyone.
Better than anyone. And there's certain things that I think other people should know about. Like, for example, this woman never reads her own press, ever. She just doesn't. I read it for her sometimes, but she never reads it. What else? She has no idea how many awards she's won. She doesn't even care to tell me when she's nominated for something, ever. And then when she comes home from work, she never talks about the celebrity guest. She always talks about that special person that was in this chair that really affected her and touched her because they did something amazing for other people. And that's what she talks about. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
It's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then think about it like that. Well, I want to say, because, obviously it's weird to interview her because I know everything about her, so to ask questions is silly. But this is really, you came into my life on the second season of this show. We've been together for 17 years.
And a half.
And and a half.
Yeah.
So with this show ending, you know, it's actually, you know, a big thing for both of us because you've watched me go through everything with this show. But I learned today, that, which I didn't know, there's a story of watching me the first show on the first season.
Yeah, so, you know, I was an actress and I was closeted. And Ellen was kind of like the litmus test for young actors in Hollywood because we just, you know, her success meant so much to us. It kind of meant, can I be authentic and honest and still be able to pay the rent, you know? So I remember watching the first episode of this show, standing the entire time. And I remember, I was alone, I remember saying out loud to the TV, she did it. And yeah, because I mean, you could just feel the magic. Oh my gosh, I'm emotional already. That's terrible. No, but you can feel the magic in the show, and I just knew that it was going to be around for as long as you wanted it to be.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that that's how you watch the show. I didn't know you didn't have furniture then, but but I mean, I think what's amazing too is that since we've been together, I mean, many things have changed. I mean, you came out basically by just being with me. That was your outing, like just being with me. Outed you as an actress, but your story about telling your grandmother that you were with me is a beautiful story that I would love you to share with them.
Yeah, well, my grandma meant everything to me. We were actually born on the same day, and she was so special to me. And she was a huge fan of Ellen. She loved the sitcom.
In Australia.
In Australia, yeah. Loved her sitcom, wouldn't miss an episode until the episode where she came out. Now, I know I'm gay at this point, and I love my gran. And the minute that Ellen came out, she refused to watch the show. In fact, if a commercial for her show came on, she would change the channel and say, "That disgusting woman." So that didn't bode well for me. And then I moved to LA and I started my own career. And of course, I got together with Ellen. And I came home to see my family in Australia. And I sat by Gran's chair at her feet. And she said to me, "Are you seeing anyone special?" Now, at this point, my mom was supposed to have told Gran that I was with Ellen. So, and she knew that we lived together. And I said, "Gran, I'm with Ellen." And she said, "Alan? Who's Alan?" She's Australian.
Tell everybody how old she is at this point.
She's 99 at this point. And I said, "Yeah, I mean, you knew that I lived with Ellen." And she said, "Yes, and all this time I was worried that that lesbian was hitting on my granddaughter." Right? So then she literally puts her head in her hands for 20 seconds or 30 seconds, silent. And I thought, that's it. I've killed my grandma. She's just gonna literally fall out. I really thought that I did. And she just looked at me and she goes, "Well, I love you just the same." Yeah.
And that was a beautiful thing for someone at that age to have such strong feelings and then just say, well, if she just thought about it, I love you just the same.
Yep.
Her mother, Maggie, had been taking care of her, but it got to the point where she couldn't take care of her anymore, so we put her in the best home care that we could provide for her. And she died at 101? 103? Really? She was 103?
Yeah.
She died at 103 with our wedding picture next to her bed.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty amazing. Don't you
Are you looking
Kleenex
at
there?
Yeah, sorry. Well, I didn't know you were that emotional.
Well, I know. It's just, I can't believe it's nearly over.
Yeah, I know.
It's just crazy.
I know.
It's been such a huge part of our lives.
We're going to take a break. We're going to let you cry, and then we're going to come back. We'll be back with Portia. We're back with my wonderful wife, Portia de Rossi, and everybody is asking what I'm going to do next and giving me advice on what to do next. And I've never really point blank asked you.
What I think you should do next?
Yes. What do you think I should do next?
Oh, boy. Well, honestly, I just want you to do something that makes you really happy. But I want to make sure that you continue being a teacher.
because that's really what you've been for everybody. And, you know, I just feel like more than ever, we need love and light and laughter. And so I hope that you continue to do something like that, like stand up, for example, or, you know, or stand up or whatever. I mean, really.
But
I
mainly just
don't
stand
really
up.
have an opinion, but,
but
stand up would be good.
It's hilarious because when I did my special Relatable, I did it after not doing stand-up for 15 years, and she had never seen me do stand-up before. She had seen my specials, but she had never seen me live, and she was petrified. She's like, "Why do you want to do this to yourself?"
Sounds awful to me.
She just really was against me doing stand-up again, and then ever since I've done it, she now can't wait to go back on the road. She wants me to tour. She wants me to do Vegas.
'Cause
She
you're
wants.
so good at it. You're so good at it.
Well, I love doing
I mean,
it. But
it's amazing. I mean, look, she's good at everything, pretty much. I mean, there are a few things you're not so good at, like I don't know.
I know what you're
doing my hair, for example.
Well, no, I'm not. I know it.
No,
I know
you
what
should not. You should never.
I should never do your hair.
Hold a blow dryer and a brush, because I really thought I'd be walking around,
right?
You know, with a brush tangled. Yeah.
I was trying to help.
Oh yeah.
But wait a minute.
See,
I thought you were going to say I should never be a dog groomer.
Oh God, you should. You should never ever be a dog groomer. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was your idea. We got some shears out, and I got a hold. Look, well,
My idea was to get a professional to groom our dog, but yeah.
But yeah, so it's fun to do.
Poor thing. You know, she's
not-
supposed to be a poodle.
Yeah, there's
you know.
a better picture. We should show a before picture because she was beautiful before. Yeah, there.
See,
That's
look
what she looked.
did.
And then that's what.
Yeah.
I want to. There's a question, but I'm going to wait because I want to talk about how proud I am of you for a second, because you stopped acting to start a company, and it was a big decision. It was 4 years ago. You decided you didn't want to act anymore. You came up with a brand new idea. Nobody had ever done it, and 4 years later, you've got a company called General Public. You sell art at Restoration Hardware. You have a factory. You have employees, and I love that you have transitioned into a whole new career and are super smart, and I think that's amazing.
That's lovely. Well, thanks, yeah. You know, I was actually on the set of Scandal, and I really loved doing the show, and I loved acting, but I just remember being in the trailer, and I thought, I know what this is. Like, I know what another 5 years of this is gonna be like, and I just really wanted to challenge myself to do something brand new, something that I didn't know anything about. So, you know, I love art, but I kind of hate the art world because I think it's very exclusionary and it kind of benefits, you know, the gallerists rather than the artists. And then coupled with that, I just figured that technology should help painters like technology has helped every other art form. I mean, imagine if there was just one copy of The Catcher in the Rye that one person got to read, but nobody else. I mean, that's how ridiculous I think that scarcity model for painting is. So anyway, we worked on developing technology where you can scan a painting and reproduce it exactly with all the texture of the original and all the subtle nuance. And it's been really terrific, and we get to support artists that don't have representation, and they get an extra paycheck and their original back to sell. So
it's really incredible. It's amazing. We have to take a break. More with Portia after this. Just stay right there.
We're not going to talk about that?
No, we're not going to talk about the fact that you just split your pants. She literally, because...
You know why?
I know.
Somebody left a fake spider on my chair.
That was Mary?
Mary!
That's all right.
When have I ever left a fake spider?
It was Andy.
Yeah. Andy.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
So, so for my 60th birthday 4 years ago, Portia gave me the most amazing birthday gift ever on the show. It was a huge surprise, and it's a campus in Rwanda, because Diane Fossey has been a hero of mine since I was a little girl. She paid attention to that when we first met, that was what I would do. Anyway, so it's finally 4 years later. The timing is amazing because
Yeah.
it's open now.
And now you get to enjoy your birthday present 4 years
Yes.
after I
Four
gave
years,
it to you.
4 years and a lot of money later.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's just take a look at how we started. So this was 4 years ago, and it is now open in Rwanda.
It's your 60th birthday, and this gift had to be really special, and it had to represent who you are and what you really care about.
So for your birthday, Ellen, I am bringing you and your hero, Dian Fossey, together by building the Ellen DeGeneres campus of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund. You will carry on Diane's legacy by giving them a permanent home in Rwanda.
This is where we are right now. This is happening right now. We're next to these incredible creatures, and they were so gentle and tolerant and respectful of us.
So we recreate her cabin. This is still her original desk.
I'm going to do you proud. So we're standing on where my campus is going to be built. Beautiful site. Let's start building. I want to thank everyone who has been supporting the Ellen Fund. Every little bit helps. What is this? What'd you bring me?
It's for your gorillas.
It is?
I am giving you a little something, a $5,000 check.
$2,000, $20,000, $250,000 donation.
We'd like to give you $4 million.
It's amazing and beyond my wildest imagination to have you all here. There are only 1,000 mountain gorillas on Earth. And tonight, we're here to make it possible to see this species rebound.
Guess what we raised tonight? Over $5 million. Over $5 million.
I gave this gift to Ellen because we both love and wanted to protect gorillas. After coming here, however, we fell in love with the country and its people. So this campus isn't for me or for Ellen. It's for the people of Rwanda. It is my hope that the campus will serve as a catalyst to encourage us to dream bigger, to know that we too can make an impact, and that all of us can become trailblazers, just like Ellen and Diane.
I have some very, very exciting news. Today, 4 years later, I'm happy to announce the official opening of the Ellen DeGeneres campus of the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund. I hope that you get a chance to go to Rwanda and go see that and go see the gorillas, because it is a life-changing experience. Amazing. It's been like a dream come true to finally get to do this. It's, you know, my whole life I dreamed of doing this, and I did it. So now the timing is perfect, because when the show is over, we're going to go visit the campus. We're going to Rwanda and see the campus, you know, in our it's going to be amazing. And I have to say that not only has the Ellen Fund helped protect the gorillas, but we've raised $1 million to protect 7 other endangered species, and we're going to continue to do that. More with Portia after this. Well, yes, you do understand me more than anybody else. And I am very grateful to you. And I love that we get to say goodbye on the show together to everybody, because this has been a big part of our lives.
It's been huge, and I love that I'm here to get to say goodbye, but mostly I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Mary and Andy and the producers and the writers and the crew and David for giving me gum on camera 3 every single time I'm here. But mainly, thank you to the audience, because you make her happy. I mean, you all make her really happy. So thank you.
Yes, you make me happy. And you make me happy. I love you, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
Love you too.
Let's get a robe for you right now. All right, we'll be back.